what is going on tonight? We're going to talk about the Flyers relieving their head coach of his duties. We're going to talk a little Sixers. The trade talks are heating up again with Ben Simmons. We're going to welcome back SG Carter to talk some UFC, and a lot more for Corner Pub Sports.
It's time for the best pubcast around. Grab a cold one, sit back, and enjoy the show. This is Corner Pub Sports.
Hey, this is Jason Martinez from 97.5 The Fanatic and the Stick to Hockey podcast, and you're listening to the drunkest, craziest motherfuckers this side of the Mississippi. Corner Pub Sports on Wildfire Radio.
Corner Pub Sports.
What is going on, everybody? Corner Pub Sports in the house.
What's up, everybody?
We're back. We haven't been here.
3 weeks at least. It feels like longer than 3 weeks too.
Yeah, it has been. It's been 3 weeks since we've been back at the the normal place. Mike's getting a shout out. Mikey!
Yo!
What's going on, everybody? Just so everybody knows, before we even get started here.
Just don't compare it to this shit dungeon, man.
No. You're right. We have one more show left for the year. But by the way, Polsky wants to know if you're still hanging in there, and you are. You're hanging in.
Yes, I am.
We've been drinking since 5.
Is that what time you came over? No wonder you ordered food early.
Yeah.
4:30.
Yeah, 4:30. Yeah.
That's right. You get out early.
Smashing up firewood.
Yeah, we smashed some chairs. Anyway, December 23rd, Thursday, December 23rd is our next show.
If you have not tuned in for any other show, tune in for this one.
That's our best of or worst of the year, however you want to look at it. Year in review 2021, December 23rd, Thursday, December 23rd, live right here. And of course, you can download it. All of our favorite moments of the past year. I didn't realize how many guests we had this year.
Oh, yeah?
We had, a lot. We had a lot of guests, but obviously,
Yeah, I think we might have a certain NFL safety.
Somebody, Hall of Famer, maybe, if you missed it, you can hear parts of that for sure. Brian Dawkins we had on. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there before we get started. But
that's normally my favorite show of the year. I guess this year it'll be my second favorite.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yep.
What's your first favorite this year?
The one with Brian Dawkins.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Gary's in rare form, and that's because he's drinking what? What are you drinking, Gary?
Pocket wrench.
Yeah, that's what I'm drinking.
Pocket rocket?
Don't want to be your pocket wrench.
How many? What's the
you're drinking pocket. I'm drinking impact wrench. What's the sound make?
I guess I got to try.
What's the sound again, Gary? Impact wrench?
You hit the wrench, you hit the screw, you can't. Battery dies, motherfucker. Now you got to go out to the truck, get another battery. You hook the battery up.
So this is from
There's battery powered impact wrenches?
Yeah. Little stubby cocksucking wrench.
This is from Industrial Arts Brewing Company. Where
are they at?
So this one, where are they at? Let's see. They're in I don't fucking know where because it doesn't fucking say.
Who gives a fuck? Give me another beer.
It's from who gives a fuck. So this is a triple hazy IPA.
Oh, it's a Tripel. Holy shit.
And it's
10%.
10%er. Yeah, so this is gonna be a shit show. What's up, Booch Bomb? Joe Bucci in the house. Booch Bob. So let's get at it. We have a guest joining us about
this one's 4.5. Yours is 10.
Yours is 4.5.
Yeah, so that's
it's a little pocket wrench.
That's a fucking pussy beer.
Yeah, it's a pussy beer.
Our guest, the SG Carter, will be joining us about a half hour to talk some UFC with us. But so let's get at it. Here we go. The Flyers.
Garnerville, New York.
New York. Okay. Where?
Garnerville.
I don't know where that is.
No.
It's good beer though.
That is
Good beer.
It's very flavorful.
Very good beer.
It's true.
Flyers
good
got
too.
rid of Alain Vigneault, man. Alain Vigneault is gone.
You know what's funny?
I'm not saying his name
AV, whatever.
Alain
right.
Vigneault.
Elaine, but yeah.
Sorry.
So, yeah, I mean, we all kind of thought about it that it didn't seem like a good move when we were talking about it last week. But then, right after it happened, every story that I've heard about it was like, yeah, this is a long time coming. Yeah, he sucked. Like, I don't know if if they're shitting on the guy while he's down, or if it just seems to me that I didn't really think it was a good move, but then the more that I read about it and the more that I heard about it, like he seemed to kind of get lucky a little bit the 1 year, and the rest of the time it was bad.
Right.
So
The problem is he's a hard punch in your mouth type coach. And today's NHL, just like in today's NFL, today's NBA, the players don't want to hear that. The players nowadays they're soft, and if you call them out in the middle of a game or after a game or going on to the next game, they got a problem. They'll bitch about it for 3 days.
Mhm.
And that's the type of coach Alain Vigneault was. If you got a player that fucks up, doesn't do well, he's going to call you out. So that player's like, well, you ain't going to do that to me. My feelings are hurt. Makes me feel a certain
It hurts.
yeah.
So
Makes me feel a certain kind of way. Like, and that's what, and not just the NHL, not just the NFL, not just the NBA. That's what the entire world is now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stop being a pussy. If you just like with your children, they do something wrong, you're going to call them out. You're going to correct them. You're going to make them do it right the next time. But in sports, these guys are making millions of dollars. They're a bunch of fucking crybabies. And that's what we have. That's the way the world is now.
but I don't know, who's coaching the Lightning now? Is he a player's coach, or is he
I don't know, man, because I got to tell you, the
Tortorella seemed to do pretty well. It's kind of a hard
15
ass.
years ago.
Well, yeah.
Just real quick, just some comments here before we really get into this. Dave Peterson said it's a shit show on ice. Joe Bucci said it's a player's issue, mainly not the coach. Ryan chimed in, he can't be with us tonight. He's getting his dick sucked. Same old bullshit with the Flyers. Kevin Dineen, next coach, blah, blah, blah. And then Rob Velvis. Check him out, by the way. Rob V Show. Great show. Great show. Check out that podcast. It doesn't matter who the coach is. They don't have the talent. People need to stop going to games for Comcast to get the message. I don't see any, none of these comments are incorrect.
You know what? But
none
I
of
think,
them.
I think that
And-
in general,
yeah.
in sports, people need to stop going to games.
But that's not going to happen.
Right.
It's just not.
No, it's not. But
Except football. I mean, football's you're going to go to football games.
And Rob said, I'm waiting for my invite to the show in person. Rob, it's coming, dude. 2022, Rob Elvis will be in the house. All right.
Nice. All
We
right.
got to make that happen.
So
We gotta make that
Mike,
happen.
you're saying it's possible with the NFL, right? With the NFL, ain't nobody. Everybody says, "Oh, I'm going to boycott this. I'm going to boycott that." Okay, you got 3 million people that are saying that with the NFL.
Yeah, but you know what?
But you
Yeah,
got
but I'm not
8
talking-
million.
The same people who
you-
say I'm boycotting the NFL because I don't like their stance and shit.
There's
right?
8 million.
You know what
people
they're
buying
doing now?
tickets.
They're watching NASCAR. That's what they're doing. That's the step up for them. Is I'll show you. I'm going to watch NASCAR instead. You're like,
Yeah.
good luck with that.
Yeah.
Now, if you start going to the games, you can still watch on TV, right? So there's still a
Right.
TV contract and all. They're still going to make their money now. But he's right. If you're not making money in the door, if you're not making money in concessions, you're not making money, going
but
to
you
the
know what?
games.
When was the when was the last time they lowered prices? When was the last time that
They haven't.
No, they've raised prices every year, right?
they raise prices.
Yeah, Philly's raised prices again. Like it's been like every year or something. The past 10 years, they've been shit, and they've raised prices every year.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
and they're paying Bryce Harper how much money, and they're bitching about how the stadium's half empty. Well,
so
I mean,
Polsky,
Bryce Harper's a different kind of animal because, me personally, I think he deserves what he's getting paid.
no. Well, I mean,
But we're talking.
no
right
one
now-
deserves what they're getting paid.
We're talking right now the
No.
NHL, so and the Flyers. So What do we
Right.
got to do to fix it? Because this has been going on for more than, I mean,
So I just want to hit on
Since
this
the 90s, since the Lindros
like
era.
my
it's been
brother
it's-
said the
yeah,
other
probably
day,
been, yeah.
when the last time the Flyers had a bona fide goal scorer, it was John LeClaire.
The 1 year with Yager.
Yeah, because Giroux was good that year. I will say that the last time they had a sniper was Jeff Carter. Not that Jeff Carter was a 40 goal a year scorer, although he did, right? I think he did score 40 once. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure he did. So he's the last guy that they had that would take a shot from anywhere on the ice, right? You haven't had that guy since. I just want to point out though, Mark said, need to go back to the Flyers of old days, good ass beating hockey crew.
But that's not what the NHL is now.
And Mark, the NHL has changed quite a bit since then. You're not getting that anymore. And Rob just kind of responded to him, and he's right.
It's speed and sniper scoring.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
like
finesse.
Olympic, yeah.
It's a finesse game now. Pull some jerseys over some helmets and whoop some ass. Now, look, as hockey fans, absolutely, like we would love to see that style of hockey come back.
But it's not.
It's not coming back. It's a finesse game. It's a safety, player safety. You can't hit a guy a certain way if you
they're a bunch of pussies. Bunch of pussies. I mean, the Flyers have been. Let's take last season. They were beaten up by the bruiser and the physical type play. The Flyers were beaten, and they tried to address that this season. They added a few players but it just didn't work out. It's just you don't see it on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't see it.
Yep. Well, and Mark just said that. Well, that's what's wrong with the game. Bunch of pussies. That's what he said. It's high sticking time. And Mark,
But he's not wrong. It's a joke, but he's not wrong.
He's not, but it's unfortunately it's not going to change. The game has become a finesse game. It's so weird how every sport has kind of gotten that way, right? Like really think about it. Basketball was so much more physical in the 80s.
Yes.
Right.
Like I talked to my brother the other day about the Eagles, and today's NFL, you don't build for what you're going to have in 5 years from now. You build for what you're going to do next season. Right. It's a win now season, and that's not the way even the NFL has not been that way for 20 years. But that's the way it is now.
Mm-hmm.
You want to bring guys in to win now. You're not worried about 5 years from now. You want to do something now.
Well, let's get back to the Flyer situation itself, though, right?
It's bad.
Let's just get this out of the way. People are like, oh, they're going to change the core. They did change the core. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. I'm not defending the Flyers by any means. I think they're a complete shit show, and there's a lot of problems here. What I'm saying is the people who are saying, they got to blow things up, they already did.
That was the whole Hextall.
Yeah, well, and Voracek's gone. Wayne Simmons is gone. Not that Wayne Simmons is the problem, but they traded him.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, Giroux is really the only one that's left for over the last 5, 6, 7 years.
They put an emphasis on goaltending.
Couturier,
I'm not saying that Couturier is the problem, but I'm saying that he's probably one of the only other ones that are left.
Right, but he's definitely not the problem.
He's not the problem.
2 guys remaining after 6 years isn't a whole culture change of a team.
The problem is the defense.
The problem is the whole fucking philosophy of this team.
They can't
That's
protect
the problem.
the blue line.
But you know what?
When's the last time that this team has gone out and spent money on a legitimate goal scorer, on a legitimate defenseman?
Well, they tried to with JVR, did they?
But that's even when they brought him, that wasn't spending money.
No, well, JVR spent. They did spend money on JVR. So that's a good point, Mike. They did spend some money on JVR, but JVR, everybody knew that JVR wasn't that player.
Right.
He scored 35 goals the year before. Everybody knew he wasn't that type of player, though. He may have a good season. Right. He wasn't that player before that when the Flyers had him.
He's hot and cold.
Up until that one season. And all of a sudden, he blows up and, let's give him a crazy contract because we think he's going to repeat that with a new team. When does that happen?
Yeah, but you know what the thing is? You know what the worst part about this is they pretty much mortgage the future to address the defense, and it's bad. So all these guys that they brought in, and part of some of them who we didn't think were going to be that were good moves, but
Yeah, right, exactly, Mike. Like the defense with the blue line.
But
The
unfortunately,
the Flyers blue line protection is like a pig from fucking Langhorne. It's wide open. There's no protecting it.
Listen to this analogy. They need to fight like they're the third monkey on the ramp to Noah's Ark, and guess what? It's starting to rain. What the fuck? I've never heard that before in my life. That's awesome. Rob Velvet said that they completely screwed this rebuild up, and they did. But you know what?
They
tried. They missed.
They tried to out talent in the all season with Ellis. Ristolainen.
Yeah, but the Ristolainen was like
he was a mid to low level
and they
deal.
Gave up a shit.
And that's what they do. Gustafson last year was a low to mid level signing. That was the only signing they made, and everyone's supposed to get excited about that. You didn't do anything to improve.
Ristolainen is a hitter, and that's what they needed.
No, you know what? Do they need a hitter? I mean, that's the problem.
because other teams were beating them the fuck up, Mike.
All right, well now they're not getting beat up; they're just losing 13 straight.
I'm saying they tried to add and they missed.
But I don't know if getting the guy to beat the guys up. I don't know if beating them up.
No.
Instead of getting the guy.
That's not what I meant.
But you're saying that like they got beat up, and it wasn't only the reason. But you're saying that they needed to address it. I think
the physicality in the NHL, the Flyers could not match it.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think they need to match it if they got guys that skated faster and outskated the guys that would.
But they
look at the Lightning.
They did meet to match the physicality because they couldn't compete against it.
I'll say the bubble year, the season of what was that 2 seasons ago now, right? Because June or July of that year of 2020.
So was it the Rangers?
Yeah, no. So they got bumped.
Islanders.
The Islanders were quick, but the Islanders also beat them off the puck, right?
And they were tough.
They were.
They're physical.
So there is I'm gonna agree with both you guys because I think that there's a mix of between the two that they needed, right? They needed some speed and finesse, and they also needed some toughness. I do think they got a little tougher earlier in the season. Ellis hasn't played. Ellis is hurt.
Right, which would make it would be a lot different if he wasn't hurt.
They don't lose 10 straight, but I don't like. I think
exactly.
But I don't know. This defense is giving up 50 shots a game right now.
Would one guy make them not lose 10?
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like they probably don't lose 10 straight, but maybe they win 2 or 3 of those games in that 10-game stretch with a couple extra guys. But
2 or 3.
Because of one guy?
I think they're a bad team. This is a bad team.
You think that there's one guy that's going to solve all their problems?
Well, I don't know, Mike.
Well,
I haven't seen him on the
Mike. Well, Mike's just saying though. Do you think one guy's going to solve all the problems? Do you think that's the ultimate question here? Do you think AV is going to turn us? Him not being here is going to turn anything around?
No.
Now I will say Mike Yao. Mike Yao.
Somebody's got to eat beans and rice.
Do you think people are already clamoring? Like I think someone earlier said, bring back Kevin. Ryan said, bring back Kevin Dineen, and he's joking around. He's being facetious.
Right.
He's joking around.
Listen,
everyone's calling for Dick Tocchet.
He's going to be the next manager.
If you missed the last couple of shows, Dick Tocchet.
He'll be the next coach of the Philadelphia Flyers.
Why?
Because that's what the Philadelphia Flyers do.
Rick Tocchet has like 80 games under 500. Right? Mike Yao is a guy who's had some success with the Blues and I forget.
Yeah, but didn't AV
Blue
have
Jackets
success?
maybe? Sure, he did. Yeah, absolutely. But what I'm comparing here, right?
Dick Tocchet just went into the Philadelphia Flyers Hall of Fame. And that's something that the Philadelphia Flyers, that's what they do. It's what the Flyers do.
No, and you're right. It is.
But they haven't done it like that in a little while.
It has been a little while since
They're
before
gonna do it
Hackstall.
again.
Hackstall was the last guy Hackstall was the first guy said that changed the course, and then AV. Nobody saw that coming. It was like, oh shit, we just got Elaine Vigneault. This is awesome.
Now,
and then they.
I guess we overvalued AV.
Why though? He was as active coaches. I think he was a top 5 coach in the league and wins.
He was not a bad choice.
No, but his assistants think? Yeah, sure. Maybe. Does AV not deserve any blame? No, he deserves blame. But look at the talent on this team.
But was he?
That's the problem. The problem is the talent is lacking.
Nolan Patrick draft.
Did nothing. He's not
Destroyed.
even playing.
Second pick overall. Look
Not
at
doing
look at
nothing.
3, 4. Look at a lot of the picks that picked right after Nolan
And
Patrick.
Nolan Patrick was considered to be the top number one, like slam dunk number one overall pick.
He was in the consideration.
He should have, like everybody said that, like the Flyers were lucky.
Well,
that
he wasn't
actually
number.
made it.
That was
Listen.
no, that was McDavid.
That aside, another guy.
No, was
Was
it?
that the same deal? Connor McDavid was number.
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
listen.
I think I'm pretty
That
sure.
aside, and listen, I got the love for beating cancer. I love this, and I love that you've done that, Limbaugh. But what have you done for me? Nothing. He's done absolutely fucking nothing.
And that's kind of the problem, dude.
And I hate to be that guy, but hey man, hats off to you for beating cancer. Love and respect. You're great, but what have you done on the ice?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Well, that's the problem, though, dude. Because they,
Nothing.
I'm sorry, you're right. That wasn't the same. It was Nico Hischier, for Devils. Was number 1 overall.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess
I'm
he's
sorry.
doing okay. Like, but he was my understanding
There's
on that.
so many players like that were taken after that.
And now we're moving on. I'll even move on from Lindblom. Cocksucking Travis Konechny.
He was in that draft too, wasn't he? The
He
one that
was
like
supposed
7 or
to-
8 in that
Yo,
draft.
He was
year
supposed to be
before.
the best in the world, man.
that was a Dave line, brother.
But I just say shit. Listen, Sean, hats off to Dave. You know what I mean? But Konechny, what has he done?
Mm-hmm.
He's done nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah, I mean the young guys aren't. Yeah, I mean it's a mess. I mean, it's just a mess. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it.
And Farabee has flashes of brilliance, and then ends up hurt.
Yeah. Morgan Frost, that blew up in their face. They can't. I compare their scouting units to the Philadelphia Phillies. They can't evaluate talent.
But wait a minute. Is this
Provorov is really the only guy they've drafted in the last
Sean,
4 years that
is this
5
why-
years that
is
has
this,
panned out.
is this why they told Hextall to go pound sand? Because of his draft evaluation?
Hextall, I think got a little bit of a.
But these are the guys he drafted.
Well, some of them are, yeah. But I think he gets the short end of the stick a little bit because he explained patience, and they were impatient. And now look where you are. Now you're deeper than where you were 3 years ago.
Right.
By the way, Mark said, Gary, you're so negative about the Flyers.
Well, I'm sorry, Mark, but I mean, you take 5 steps forward to take 45 backwards.
Well, I mean, so yeah, I mean, Hextall was patient to a fault, and then they kind of the pendulum swung way too far the other way. Like I said, I mean, we all talked about it. Like, now, Gary, I know you were on the other side of it a little bit, but we all talked about the fact that like they're giving up a lot of young talent to try and address this blue line thing.
You know why,
Yeah.
Mike? Because I would even say the past 3 years, I would argue with my brother over here.
Yes.
And he would say, nah, it's not going to work. They're a bunch of bullshit. They're talking shit. This is what happens. And I would say, no, man, you just got to be patient. So here we are 3 years later,
Mm-hmm.
being patient, and it hasn't panned out.
Yeah.
So my brother was right.
Yeah.
He was 100% right.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
gave him a hard time 3 years ago.
Right.
All right.
And he was right. He said, Gary, I'll tell you what, in 3 years, you're going to say, Brian, you were right because this team is bullshit.
Mm.
They don't have nothing. They over-evaluated talent.
They do.
And they did.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how you fix it.
You don't fix it. You got to wait. Now you got to wait. You
What
got to wait 2 years before you can move these players to start building again. So you're 5 years before you see a difference.
5 years, man.
Yeah.
So with that 3 years that Ryan was talking about, now you're 3 years in.
All right.
And now you
You
got
can't hear
5
you, Gary.
Now you got.
Fucking Christ.
I'm sorry. There's
How many
2 years.
times I got to tell you?
I'm drunk.
I know, Gary. You're always drunk.
Can I make my point?
You got it all over my shirt.
You're always fucking drunk.
Do you see where my point's going?
I do. I see it.
So 3 years ago,
I hear your point.
3 years ago, my brother's telling me. So now we're 3 years in. So now you got another 5 years before you can drop and reevaluate. That's 8 years. So it could be 10 years before you see a difference.
I don't know.
years.
10 years, man. I don't think so. I don't think it'd be 10 years, but you know what? It's already been 50. You know, we haven't seen it. Whatever. Real quick before our guest joins us, I just wanted to hit on this real quick.
Well, let me take a piss and have a cigarette.
Yeah, you do that. The college football playoff rankings.
Dude, I was hoping we were going to talk about
Yeah.
this and the games last week.
Yeah.
I'm excited that Cincinnati's in.
Are you
Yes.
really?
Yes.
All right.
I'm happy that there's a
Typical like Clemson, Texas.
well, yeah, I mean,
you know,
a non-Big Five.
yeah, no, and I hear that Notre
Non-Big-
Dame,
Well, you know, and a team that goes undefeated.
the
and-
Kid Touchers, that Kid Touchers University's out.
well, they don't usually make it anyway, but
Yeah.
no, I mean, just the fact that a team that goes undefeated that beat Notre Dame, should deserve to make it in, and finally it happened. Like, there's been a lot of years where I just feel like I would have liked to have seen an undefeated team in.
Right.
Now, I get it, the SEC, this and that, they're playing, and I get it, and they probably wouldn't survive it, but I just want to see what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm. Mark wants to write that down.
Yeah.
That Ryan was right. Ryan was right about the Flyers.
No, I mean, I want to see how one of those teams, the best of those, is going to compare against the best of the big conferences.
Now, did you think Alabama was going to be number one before, like, halfway through the season? Do you think they were going to be the number one ranked team? I did not. I thought it was Georgia.
Yeah,
I thought Georgia was the best team in the country.
I thought Georgia was the best.
And then Georgia got waxed by Alabama a couple weeks ago.
Right.
So, in case you missed it, Alabama number one, Michigan number two.
Right.
That's where my problem is.
Okay.
Georgia number three, which is deserved. They should not be ahead of Alabama or Michigan. And then Cincinnati number four. I agree, Mike, that I think it's pretty cool that Cincinnati got in because you haven't seen them in the playoffs yet.
And the only other team that was behind them, I believe, was Notre Dame, and they beat Notre Dame.
Yes,
and went undefeated.
so it's deserved.
You can't. Yeah.
But Michigan finally got over to Hyde. Finally beat Ohio State, who is also a ranked team.
Right.
That was a big game for them. And they're ranked behind Alabama. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a conspiracy, and they did not want Alabama, Georgia playing in the first round of the playoffs. They want an Alabama, Georgia college football final. That's why.
They don't want. I mean, I don't even know if they want. I mean, they don't want.
Cincinnati in.
They don't want the SEC. They don't want a game that just happened. They don't want a rematch in a semifinal. They don't want, and they don't want two SEC.
And they played two times in a row. But
but I will say, so you think that Michigan should have been number one?
Yes. I think Michigan should be number one.
Okay, so I don't know who Alabama's loss was to. I don't remember who
their sisters.
I don't remember who Michigan's loss was. But Alabama beat Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan beat Ohio State, but Alabama beat Georgia in the conference championship. Michigan beat
and
Iowa.
that's true. Georgia was a higher ranked, and like I just said, I thought that Georgia should be number one. Oh, well, halfway through the season, I had Georgia number one, so I get it. Okay.
So I mean,
fuck you for making good points.
It doesn't surprise me that they beat
fucking Mike.
And not only that, but they dominated Georgia.
Yeah.
So
they did. Okay.
And to some extent, I guess I'm okay with not having the two SEC teams play in the same, like, in the semifinals.
Yeah. Now real quick before we bring Mr. Carter on. You like having Cincinnati in because it's not a big conference team in.
I like the underdog story.
I'm the only thing with me is that I just think that I think they have one really good win this year. It was over Notre Dame, I believe.
They beat Houston in the big, and Houston ran off like 10 straight. They only had one loss.
Yeah.
There's a couple things.
I've seen a few games. They don't really impress me. Like, I don't really see anything about Cincinnati that jumps out. It goes, man, every other team on that list that that team really does this well. Cincinnati, I'm like, they're winning, but
yeah, I mean, I think that the conferences they play in is the best non-big conference.
Mm-hmm.
and they ran through that pretty well. I mean, there's a couple ranked teams in there. I mean, it's not the SEC, it's not the Big Ten. I get it. But again, the thing is that like the only other team that had one loss that was like in consideration was Notre Dame, which is a team that they beat and they went undefeated.
Yeah, no, and yeah, that's ultimately going to be my question: who would have been there instead? And it can't be Notre Dame because Cincinnati beat them. So,
right. And then you get into like Baylor, right? 2 losses or something. Like it gets.
It's just I just look at strength of schedule and I'm like, and I just look at the team overall. It just to me they don't really impress me. But
I guess we'll see how they do against Bama.
Yeah, we'll see. If they beat Alabama,
that would be great.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna bring on our guest. If you've seen our promos over the past few days here, you know that he's been working on a graphic novel, Goblins and Trolls, and he's also working on another one called Krav Maga Kangaroos.
We're actually getting them on.
Yeah, it's the first time he's been on our video feed.
Hey,
and
Mike.
what's up, man? SG Carter joining the show.
I can only see like a part of your face because there's this big recording thing.
Oh yeah. That's my fault. Let me move that out of the way. Yeah, you're good. You're good, dude. It's on my side. There you go. All right, good now.
Oh, yeah.
You can see him now. Okay,
much
cool.
better.
All
I
right,
get
cool.
to see that handsome face now.
There you go.
What's up, Seth?
Yeah,
Ryan, what's up? Mike, what's up? And Sean?
Yeah.
No, Ryan.
It's Gary.
Yeah.
Ryan's
Oh,
out.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Yes.
Gary.
It's all right.
He doesn't have the names in front of him. So Mr. Carter is our UFC expert, betting expert, and there's a big event going on this week. Actually, that main event's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm actually intrigued to
UFC?
see.
Ultimate Fat Chick?
Yeah, Ultimate Fat Chick. That's what it's called.
You old fat bitch! You fat bitch!
That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. Well, fortunately, I'm a dual subject expert, so it's all good.
Hey.
So we're going to get into first of all, before we start, man, thank you so much for including CPS in your upcoming graphic novel, which is
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That ASAP, that picture, man. That's
Dude, there's nipples. There's everything. There's an Eagles. Did you check out the little bear? There's a little Eagles.
Duck for meal.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Awesome.
Is that what it is? Dog for meal?
Oh, we're calling it kind of like this StreamYard icon here, which is a green faced duck.
Yeah.
We're calling that duck vermeil. It wasn't originally the intent, but the artist Dan Bucks, he's based out of Long Island, New York. And by the way, he was at the Jets Eagles game at the Meadowlands last Sunday as a lifelong Jets fan, as it would be. But yeah, I told him to make the duck wearing a Kelly green jersey, and I thought he was gonna put like the little silhouette of Wawa on the arms, like the Eagles used to wear in the 90s. But he went with like the 1981 style jersey. So I was like, oh, okay, well then I guess that's Duck Vermeil then.
No, it was still pretty cool though. It worked. Yeah, we appreciate it, man, and it's an honor to be a part of this. And yeah, I gotta be honest. I don't know many other podcasts, that are included in a graphic novel. You know what I mean?
True.
Look, fuck you, Joe Rogan. Take that. Fucking pothead.
Hey, chip
Yeah,
bag.
fucking chip bag. I haven't heard that in a while, Gary. It's been a while.
Hey,
it's
back.
You know what I'm saying?
We sure do.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get at it, man. We got. Oh, I'm sorry. So what's the progress? I know I'm talking about it, and dude, I'm drinking a 10%er. It's ridiculous.
I had 2 of them.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's
Very
Impact Wrench. Huh?
yeah, it's a lot.
Where's that out of?
New York. Yeah, it's out of New York.
This was an 8.2. Yikes.
That was an April too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a double chocolate stout. We're gonna try next month.
Let's do that.
You ain't trying nothing.
Well, I can't have a little.
No, you're
You still
off.
haven't finished. Like, how much?
Cut off.
Before
Hey.
Mike come here, I was your friend.
yeah, you're
Now
out.
I'm not your friend.
No, you're out because you're gonna try to eat it.
Oh, all right, what's chocolate?
No, yeah, we'll get you some, man. So how you making out with the books?
We're still in a progression phase. Once again, let me say hi to the artist. Dan Bucks from Long Island has made the 2 most recent color art you've seen of the Krav Maga Kangaroos, and then the cross promotion of the Goblins and Trolls characters, Sarah and Slade, dressing up as kangaroos just for the silliness of it. Sarah is like me, she's a Philly native who has transplanted to LA, so it's only fitting that she listens to the Corner Pub Sports podcast, because there are tens of thousands of us here in this city. You can take us out of Philly, but you can't take Philly out of us.
Hey, I love the Feedy pajamas. Love it.
Furry, yeah, Feedy furry. Usually we talk. Well, anyway, to finish up the thoughts about the graphic novels, and also say hi to Jamie Dillon and Kaliko, both of whom have done Goblins and Trolls art in the past, and I'm sure they'll do more good conceptual art. But actually, right now, I am in the market that I do need to find an artist who is excited to do a full issue of either one of the comics. There's a lot of artists in this world, but most of us have to work day jobs. I know we all have day jobs here in the podcast. So it takes a lot of time to make
it's hard being a gigolo, brother. It's hard being a gigolo.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's hard perfecting this.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
That. I'm sorry, Karen.
Well, I'll just laugh because it's funny.
All right, so let's
You didn't have a problem with the dungeon last week, you cocksucker.
All right, so let's get into UFC 269 going on this weekend.
Seth, don't listen to this cocksucker.
And again, if there's anything that you don't want to talk about, we'll skip over it. The first fight on the main card is Raulian Paiva going against Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley is 14-1, taking on 21-3 Paiva. Anything on that fight?
Sure. We're going to talk about 3 fights tonight, and that is the first one. We'll skip to the 2 title fights after this fight.
Okay.
And what all 3 fights tonight have in common is that all 3 of them, it's America versus Brazil. So, yes, Paiva, your guess is as good as mine, to be honest, on how to pronounce his name correctly. I mean, yeah, I've watched films, but both of these guys are on the rise. Neither of them are ranked in the top 15 of their weight class yet. But O'Malley, I have seen him fight at least twice before deciding to study these guys for this fight. And he's a tall, thin guy, and he's going to have some advantages against Paiva. He's got a 5-inch reach advantage, and I think he's at least 2 inches taller than Paiva. He carries a lot of power. He's a colorful guy, by the way. He's got a lot of tattoos, and he likes to wear like rainbow-colored wigs to the octagon, to press conferences, all that good stuff.
He's got like a gray hair thing going on, like a gray dye haired thing. Like, yeah, it's weird. Big mop on his head. Yeah,
a turtle and cock.
Probably might be a turtle and cock. I don't want to judge. But,
So Seth, who you placing the bet? Where are you putting the money at?
It's Mr. Carter, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Carter's picks. That's what we gotta call this segment, I guess.
Fuck Mr. Carter. Seth, where are you putting the picks at, brother?
Yeah, on this fight, and this fight was picked because I considered it more predictable than the 2 fights that will go after it. I think it's safe to bet on Sugar Sean O'Malley that what I mentioned about his reach advantages and his power. I think that'll be enough. That Paiva, he hasn't fought anybody too great, and I said unless Paiva gets lucky, expect to see him get into trouble in this fight.
So
Seth, you're stuck. I'm sorry, Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
I was going to say, what's the money? What's the money line on this then?
Thanks for bringing that up, Mike. I think I think it was like at least 320 in favor of O'Malley before the weigh-ins this morning.
Okay.
I checked again after the weigh-ins, and if it had changed, it had only changed by like maybe $10 one way or the other.
They're both 135, aren't they?
Yes. These are men's bantamweights, so they're both going to be 135.
So
as
one's
I
taller,
mentioned,
the other one's a little bit more short.
Yeah, O'Malley is 5'9", and Pavia is 5'7".
So my question is, Seth, what's your percentage of success rate? So if I pick up the phone, I'm calling you. I mean, who are you going to tell me to pick a certain fighter, and what's your success rate? What's your percentage?
For these 3 fights we're going to discuss, I have picks. Two of them I recommend gambling on, including this one. The main title fight, which we'll get to in a few minutes, Pourier versus Oliveira. That's the one I don't recommend gambling on. But currently I keep a spreadsheet in my computer, and I believe I'm currently at 16 for 19. So
that's pretty goddamn good.
Pretty good, man.
Yeah.
So hey Seth, let's hear your contact info so our listeners can contact you for some advice.
Oh, thanks.
His phone number is here. Let me bring up the
right across my face on the video screen.
no, enough with the
or across, put my ass on the camera. On
I with the wrinkle.
I'll start with Twitter. That's easiest. On Twitter, I'm SG Carter 2, and there are no periods. There's no dots in that. On Instagram, I am s.g.carter2709. So definitely check that out if you wanted to DM me with some MMA questions, or of course check out these graphic novels that I'm working towards, because that's where you get the updates about those.
I mean, 16 out of 19, that's like 85%. That's pretty goddamn good.
The next fight is going to be interesting. Amanda Nunez taking on Juliana Pena.
Yes. Yes. Amanda Nunez. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sean.
No. This should be a good one.
That's a female fight.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Amanda is 33. Juliana Pena is 32. Amanda is 5'7" to 5'5" of Pena. They're both 135 because it's another bantamweight.
I want to see some sweaty yoga shorts.
Hold on. Here's my favorite part, though. The reach. Both of the reach, 69 inches. All right. I'm just putting it out there.
I knew there's a reason you brought this one up.
So, Mr. Carter, I know you said a couple minutes ago this is a fight you want to bet on. I'm interested to know why. What do you think about this match?
Well, this is this is a good fight. Potentially, this is a good fight to bet on because it's virtually like a savings account or a fast. I'm trying to think what would be the other word for it. A fast return investment, so to speak. Although it will be expensive in order to place your bet for sake of getting that investment. Last time I checked, after the weigh-in, Amanda Nunez is the $1,000 favorite over Juliana Pena.
So you have to bet $1,000 to win 100.
That's absolutely correct, Mike. You have to bet $1,000 to. Excuse me. Yeah, you have to bet $1,000 to win 100. You'd have to bet. You'd have to bet $10,000 in order to win $1,000. I'm trying to think. I don't always do math real fast when in a telephone conversation at the same time, but I wonder what would be the put down that you'd have to put down to win $250 total. So I think 2,500. Yeah, so $2,500 of risk could get you $250. That's a lot of risk, and I wouldn't be making that much risk myself. But everybody's got a different bank account, and to get into. Go ahead.
That makes it hard for you. Want to say, all right, I'm an Ultimate Fighting Championship fan. I want to place a bet. That's hard, man.
Well, yeah, but unless you think there's some kind of inside thing here where, hey, maybe she has a shot to beat her. I'm gonna take the underdog here, and then now you're fucking making bank. But it doesn't. I mean, with that heavy of a favorite,
I mean, $1,000 is $1,000, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, you certainly can take it the other way. I believe $100 bet on Juliana Pena will get you $650 if I'm not mistaken returned if she wins. But I'll tell you from the research that I've done. I was watching an interview this morning, and Pena, she promises to move forward, as the saying goes, as opposed to moving back. If we go back to our discussion in October about Valentina Shevchenko versus Lauren Murphy, when that fight occurred, Lauren Murphy very much moved back. I wouldn't have predicted that Murphy could have lasted through the second round in that fight. She lasted through the fourth round, but it was by playing defense for most of those 4 rounds, very little offense. Pena promises to go forward in this fight, and when I watched her 2017 fight against Valentina Shevchenko this morning, she did move forward against Shevchenko, so I believe that she will try to move forward against Amanda Nunez. But we could get into quite a discussion about Amanda Nunez's career if we wanted to. She knocked out Ronda Rousey in December of 2016. She'd become the champion against Miesha Tate 5 months before that. So she's been the champion of bantamweights for 5 years now. And she's absolutely the best there is. Shevchenko is the only debate over who might be as good as her. So from what I've seen of Pena, she'll put up a good fight, I'm sure, but I don't think she has a chance.
Hey, Seth, how much have you won on the UFC bets?
Ooh.
Fair. It's a fair question. The thing is that in California where I am, sports betting is not legal. I've only placed legal bets so far, which means getting in my car and driving to Nevada to either use the sports books or use my cell phone to place bets within the state of Nevada and some parts of Arizona now, by the way. But the October promotion that we talked about, which I want to say was 266. I placed bets on 2 of those fights, including Valentina Shevchenko and the one Jessica Andrade over Cynthia Calvillo. I made money off of those, but these other fights, based on geographic limitations, I'm not actually placing bets at this time. My lady in Arizona and I were watching this 16 for 19. I'm hoping to, upgrade that to 19 for 22 this weekend. And as long as I hit 40 before I hit 50 for 83%, at that point, I'm talking about packing up LA, moving my stuff, either into Arizona, Nevada, or very close to the border so that I can place bets every month. And then my day job, my overnight job at the burglar alarm company, maybe I don't need that in my life anymore at that point.
So Seth, plus 10,000, below 10,000.
It's not. It's a risky bet, and so I mean, would I bet something on that fight if I had access to legal gambling? Yes, but I wouldn't bet $10,000 myself because it's too risky. I honestly would probably, me personally, I'd probably feel comfortable betting $2,000 on this fight to win $200. That's how confident I am.
Wow.
In Amanda Nunez, but that is risk, and everybody has to evaluate their own risk.
They all have their own. Both Nunez and Pena have their own tactics, but I don't know about you, but I'm expecting a lot of scissoring in the ring tomorrow night between those two.
And
what do you think?
Scissoring. I mean, anything's possible. Leg submissions used to be a lot more common between 2000 and 2010. Not so much anymore.
Ooh, yeah, flick that bean, yeah.
This is this fight between Nunez and Pena. This is a battle of moms, so to speak, because Pena has a 3-year-old daughter and Nunez also has a daughter. But is Nunez a mom or is Nunez a daddy? because Amanda Nunez, who is a lesbian, as I'm hinting at, her wife, also a UFC fighter, Nina Nunez. Nina carried the baby, with Amanda's egg inserted in her, so that's how they have a child together.
Keeps me coming day and night.
Yeah, it does.
No, Seth,
So-
that was not my question. My question is, since you've been following this, and listen to me, brother, you get into this in detail.
So you're basically saying out of his 16 wins,
what has he won?
No. I think your question was, has it been under $10,000 or
Above
over
$10,000 or under?
Oh, okay. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Full disclosure of numbers. I've bet less than $500 of real money, but that's because, like I said, I've only bet real money on one occasion, and this is based on geographic limitations that it's illegal to play sports bets from your cell phone in the state of California. If it were legal, I'd be betting real money on 2 of these fights this month, and probably at least 2 weekends per month, sometimes 3. I'd be betting on one fight or another.
So the last fight on the card, when they walk in the ring, they're gonna be like, "Do you guys smell fish?" And then it's gonna, go. What's the matter, Gary?
Subaru. Dana White's gonna award a Subaru to the winner, or so I've heard.
Gary walked away. Aloe takes on Dustin Pourier. I gotta be honest with you. I have my favorite, but this is gonna be a tough one. So Aloe is 31-8 and 0-1.
Give me a left hook with a side of fucking
31-8. I'm sorry. And Dustin Pourier is 28-6. Pourier, they're both the same age. They're 32. They're both the same size, height. They're both the same weight. And
that's a lot of losses.
And I'll let you explain the reach, because one person has an advantage, but it's not much. Pourier has the background of the one who's, what do they call him? The Dragon Slayer. Is that what they call him? The giant slayer, right? He's beaten McGregor a few times.
2 out of 3. Yeah, he did beat McGregor 2 out of 3 times, and when McGregor beat him, that was back in 2014. Poirier had a lot of growing to do since then, and debatably McGregor had a lot of decline to do since then. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah. So there we go. What are you thinking here? Oh, by the way, the last fight, Polsky said there's probably gonna be a lot of mac and cheese sounds. That
was going over my head.
Yeah. All right. So this fight here, this is the one you're not touching. I'm a little surprised. I get it. These are two heavy names here, but I know that I'd be going Pourier personally, but I'd be interested to see what you think here.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of fights for research of both Poirier and of Oliveira, and yeah, from watching the back fights for research, my thought is that this fight is a little bit too volatile, and in fact, my instinct is that my instinct is that Charles Oliveira will actually retain his championship and win this fight, but I'm sure it's going to be very close and very competitive. So that is my prediction about it. We can talk about it in more detail if we want to.
Yeah, no, go for it. Yeah, like, what do you think here? I mean, why is that your takeaway? Because I'm a little curious, because I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I just thought that Poirier was more of the bigger name here, more of the favorite. But perhaps I'm wrong. And again, I'm a very casual fan. I'm not into it. I don't study as much as you do. So maybe educate me and the listeners.
Okay, and yes, while you bring that up, the odds in Vegas do favor Dustin Poirier. I believe he's the -140 favorite, and the champion Charles Oliveira, I guess, is like maybe 140, the underdog. But I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, from my instinct, I'm not sure why Vegas put the odds that way. Perhaps to increase betting, but I don't. From watching some of Oliveira's fights and watching some of Poirier's fights, and they've both fought. Max Holloway was one guy they both fought, and I'm not. There was someone else. Shoot, I can't. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but I'll put it in the chat after I get off and look it up. But there had been another guy. I want to say his name is Dan. They both fought, and from watching both of their fights against Dan, because Max Holloway, who Poirier beat Max Holloway, but Oliveira did not. But Oliveira injured his shoulder during the fight against Holloway, which means that if you watch that video, it doesn't prove much about Oliveira's lack of potential there. They want these guys want the fight to go in two different directions. Poirier, who has a boxing background, is going to want to keep this fight standing up. That's where he holds the advantage of power and striking. Oliveira, he's a submission guy. He'll be more likely to try to pull this fight to the ground and try to find a submission. And based on some of his fights that I've seen before, I think he's capable of getting that. And one thing that I saw an article about it, one of the best champion there ever was in this weight class, Khabib forget it. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name correctly.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah, he made an ass of Conor McGregor in 2018. Khabib did, and he commented this week that he had been talking with Poirier. I don't know if they were hands-on training Poirier for this fight or if they were just talking. But if they were, and Khabib had also beat Poirier with a submission, by the way. If he has been hands-on training Poirier for this fight, that is very much to the advantage of Poirier, and I would have a more confidence that Poirier can win this fight if that's true. If he was training with Khabib, without it, I think Oliveira just will do a little bit better. But it's going to be close, competitive. Don't bet. Just hang on and watch an exciting fight.
Yo, didn't the Phillies have a guy named Cormier?
Yeah, Real Cormier. Frenchie. He actually died like 2 years ago.
Daniel Cormier, I believe, was a heavier weight class than these guys, but he's a longtime UFC legend, and he's been a commentator for quite a while. When you watch fights, you can listen to Cormier's commentary, and you can learn a lot of good stuff from it.
Polsky said it's Khabib Kebab is who the guy is. Oh man!
You know what I'm saying? English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, I'll tell you
Mr. Carter, you drinking tonight, sir? Are you drinking something?
I am. I am. I'm double fisting, as my friend at work always tells me, because apparently I do that a lot.
You're double fisting, don't hurt her.
Exactly. I've got some Kahlua in my coffee, and then I've got this kombucha. Do you ever have one of these days when you go into the market to buy a beer and you realize you've tried everything on the shelf and you're like, oh crap, what am I going to get now?
Yeah.
Hey Seth, when are you coming back up to the north end?
Actually, I'm going to see him next weekend.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're going to meet up. I'm going out the no show next week. So by the way, if you missed it earlier in the show,
I just seen something. By the way, I just seen it. They're streaming that show.
There they are.
Yeah.
Yep. So next week I'm heading out to San Fran to catch my favorite band, Metallica, and then Mr. Carter here is going to take us around San Fran on Saturday. Take us around town. We're going to see the Cliff Burton's memorial and some other stuff, and where they recorded Ride the Lightning and Master Puppets. And
nice.
Yeah, we're gonna do all kinds of stuff. So I'm looking forward to it.
Don't forget your brothers at Corner Pub Sports, brother.
Nah, yeah, I won't. While I'm out there, I'll be thinking about you the whole time. My pants off. What the fuck? What kind of statement is that?
I don't know.
Am I dying?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Am I gonna die? Like what the fuck? Don't forget. Like I might become famous. I'm going away for a weekend.
Oh, you know
the fuck.
We ain't going to California. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
What does that even mean? We're gonna try a little In-N-Out burger. Yeah.
You just have one of them, right?
Yeah. Maybe we'll run into Nunez there.
Maybe we will. We'll do a little In-N-Out with that too.
So Sean, what are we drinking
We're drinking. Oh, right now we're drinking a. So you're doing Kahlua and coffee. We're drinking a double chocolate stout.
Who's the brewery?
It's
Holy
this
shit! Can you not?
Nice.
Who was it? It was Rogue.
Rogue.
Oh,
it's
Rogue. Okay.
Yeah, it's Rogue. Yeah. So
You could taste the chocolate in this motherfucker.
yeah, it was good.
You can smell the chocolate when you put the glass up to your nose.
That is true. It's true.
I'm not a stout guy, but
yeah.
Jesus
So
Christ.
do you want to hang out with us while we talk Sixers, or it's up to you, man?
Okay. Yeah, I won't have a whole lot to add in the Sixers discussion as we just talked my specialty. Now we talk yours, but yeah, I'll stay on the line, try to add in a joke here and there.
All right, sounds good. All right,
I don't either, Seth. Fuck the NBA.
All right, so here we go, man. Rumors are heating up.
Yeah, you know what?
That's
Before we
Sixers.
talk about the rumors heating up, I'm concerned about this team.
Yeah. There's well, maybe it's a good segue though, in a way, because they need something, right? They're right. I agree with you, Mike.
Yeah.
They're lacking something. This team doesn't have it.
They're lacking like a Ben Simmons something.
They wouldn't be lacking if they still had Jimmy Butler.
Well,
Probably
Gary's
true.
got a point there.
But yeah, I mean, it's just look. Charlotte is a decent team, but were severely undermanned.
they had
with
3
the
guys.
COVID.
They were missing 3 people.
Right, and they had 2 games against them, and it took
I like
overtime
it.
one
I
game.
like it.
It took overtime one game, and
And
it
I'm
took
not a stout guy, but I like
it took overtime one game, and it took they only won by 4 the other one.
it. Sean's like, here, have some.
No,
more.
I figured I might as well pour our glasses. Here's what it looks like here. Rogue double chocolate stout.
So yeah,
What's
that and then
percentage?
they come home after that. Now, granted, it's a back-to-back, but Utah played a back-to-back, and they got smoked by Utah.
Yes, they did.
And-
It's a 9%er.
And
Yes,
Utah,
they did, yeah.
Utah would have been like a little bit of a kind of a heat check test for this team to see if they were among the elite. And at home against a West Coast team, they got smoked,
Mhm.
which tells me that they are not close to the elite class.
They don't even sniff the elite class right now, Mike. They are missing a lot on this team right now.
Now, I know that a lot of guys are slumping, but I just feel like it might
Well,
not just
and not
be
only
slumping.
slumping, Mike. Maxi's out right now, right? He's
Oh,
Well, he played.
What's
did
wrong
he
with
play?
Maxey?
Did he play as Utah?
Maxey is
He's hurt.
no. Well, he played. Yeah, he did play. He was sick and then he came back.
It
But
wasn't
Max-
COVID.
No, it was a non-COVID. But Maxey is.
I mean,
He's an average player right now.
well, yeah, I mean, that statement being said, but I'll say this, and not as an NBA fan, but you talk about a fucking ball of energy.
Yes, he is.
He's a ball of energy,
But he's inexperienced. He's a little immature on the court. You can tell he kind of
I mean, he's second.
he does some careless things. I like him. I like him.
It was just not his second year after being
It-
drafted.
it's his second year. Yeah.
right? But I mean, he was drafted. He was projected to be somewhat of a lottery pick, but he wasn't. He was never projected to be a superstar, and I don't know if he's going to be a superstar.
He won't be a superstar, but as long as he's a viable point guard in this league, that's all you ask for. I just need him to be someone you can
Like I said, he's going to be an
productive,
average.
like be productive,
He could be an average player on your team,
and that's fine.
and that's fine if you have enough other talent.
And you
around.
don't.
Well, wait a minute.
This team doesn't.
Right.
It's Embiid and it's Tobias who's
Tobias is
insanely
look-
inconsistent.
Well,
Yeah.
wait a minute. I mean, throughout Philadelphia professional sports, Maxey's the type of guy. His energy as
I don't care about his energy, dude. Like, hold on. I don't mean to cut you off. His energy is
That-
one thing.
that
Being
energy-
productive is another. This team needs production at certain positions on the court.
Oh, you're not
And
wrong, Sean,
Embiid is the only guy who's consistent night in and night out. Every night you can count on him to at least get double. At
but
least,
when he's on the court,
it doesn't
No,
matter.
Embiid's
At
on the-
least get you 15
when
points a
he's
game.
on the court,
Who, Embiid?
yeah,
When is Embiid not on the court?
when he's hurt.
When is he hurt?
What he's doing, load managing.
That's not him.
First
That's
of
not
all,
him. That's
he
the
hasn't-
team.
He hasn't had a game off. He had the COVID bout
Yeah,
in the middle of the year. That's the only time he's missed all year.
All I'm saying is Max is the type of guy where your team can feed off that energy. Am I not wrong?
It only lasts so long, dude. Like if you're
I'm
not,
not trying
if
to
you're
break
not,
balls.
if you're not a good player, everybody loved fucking Tim Houck because he brought a ball of energy to that defense. But when he missed 16 touchdowns, 16 fucking passes a game. But when he brought that one hit on Michael Irvin, everyone loved Tim Houck, and all of a sudden he's a folk hero in this town.
Right, because he not.
Hold on, I got a better one for you.
he
I'm not even gonna look at it when I hold on. I'm not even gonna look at it when I say this.
Fuck out of here.
Everybody loved Nick Foles. He sucked though, and then he had 16 good quarters,
You're gonna break his headphones.
Super Bowl
16 good
MVP.
quarters, and then all of a
Super Bowl-
sudden he's a fucking
Super
Hall of Fame
Bowl-
quarterback in this league.
Super Bowl MVP.
And all of a sudden he's a Hall of Famer.
Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, okay.
So
So it's fucking,
No. What other Eagle has been a Super Bowl MVP?
well, one because they only won one Super Bowl.
That's right, motherfucker. Don't you forget it.
But what I'm trying to say is like everyone
Leave Nick Foles
puts him
alone.
in the folk hero status because we like his energy. Right? Oh, he gives us he has a good motor.
I don't know.
That's
I'm
great.
I'm not gonna
Well,
say
what
anything
else
bad
does-
about
I'm
him.
only breaking his balls about Nick Foles.
What else does
I'm only breaking your balls about Nick Foles. Calm your tits.
All right. So
All right,
so yeah. So
so you got a special feeling in your heart for him too.
Yeah, dude. What's right there? What's behind what's right next to Bernie Perrant?
What was
Bernie Perrant.
all right.
What's
so,
right next to his jersey?
all right,
It's Nick Foles.
enough said.
Right back there, holding the trophy, right?
So am I
You know how much money I spent for that fucking thing to get framed?
at the shit dungeon last week?
We take the bad with the good with Nick Foles' legacy.
Yeah, but the good
Yeah, I don't know.
ultimately
I don't know.
when all is said and done,
There isn't that much bad.
that is what you're gonna remember. Is him holding the lump.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about the bad.
The Lindbergher trophy. Go ahead. I'm just waiting. I was kidding. Yeah, what's up?
Howard Lindbergh.
Yeah, Pelly Lindbergh.
He's been
All right. Can we start? Can we get back talking about the
bent
Sixers?
over
Lindbergh
30
cheesesteaks.
Jesus Christ, I'm never gonna get a fucking word.
He
in
crashed
edgewise
just
when
like
he's here.
fucking that his career, Nick Foles'
gotta-
career did.
driving down your freeway.
I gotta wait for
Oh.
Gary to get tired and pass out, and then I'll be able to make my points.
Crashing into trees.
That reminds me. Let's have a gasoline discussion before the podcast is over.
Okay, all right, we'll have that for sure.
Negative.
I'm kidding. Okay, ahead, Mike. I'm sorry. Get a word in. I'm sorry.
Sean, I thought we
We are.
All right,
This fucking
first of
chocolate-
all,
double
like-
chocolate stout. Oof. Oof.
Gary, again, are we having a conversation as people, or are we talking on the mic on the podcast? Because nobody can hear you when you're talking.
Yeah, we can't hear when you're back there. We have to
You're
put a
just
fucking
talking on
lapel
the
mic on your fucking.
You have to.
See,
talk
we
into
talked
the
about
mic.
Gary. We talked about putting a lapel mic on you, but the problem is when you walk away, that fucking thing's gonna come off. And it's gonna take all the beer off the bar and the fucking equipment. It's gonna take everything off.
I don't get it. I don't get forgiveness.
It's a disaster.
It's a disaster.
It's not.
Polsky said the only reason why you like Nick Foles is because he has a Big Johnson.
No, it's not why.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Big Johnson.
What do you mean?
Hold on.
Fuck you, Polsky.
We're
It's
gonna
because he's got a Super Bowl ring.
we're gonna
That's
talk.
why.
We're gonna talk about Big Johnsons
How
tonight.
about you cocksucker?
When we do Corner Pub Popcorn tonight, we're gonna talk about Big Johnsons and a clip that we play on the show.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's
No, so I mean,
hocus pocus, keep the focus, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Tyrese Maxey is
La-da-dee,
a ball of-
la-da-da, hocus
a lot of-
pocus.
a lot of a ball of energy, but he's an average player who's got upside of being above average.
Hey Nick, just because
Yes,
you're third
Probably,
on the Chicago
probably not an
Bears
all-star.
Bears,
We're done talking about Nick
I
Foles.
love
Shut
you.
the up.
I love
Shut the fuck up!
Nick the Dick, save him for bachelor party.
Hey, you're embarrassing yourself, you geriatric fuck!
He's done. He just took his headphones off.
He's gonna put it back on.
Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat and you scrawny little bastard.
That might be my favorite. Like that might be my new favorite clip
Foles
because it's so like
He
stupid.
loves this fucking
Like it
face.
makes no sense.
What movie is that from?
It's called Sabotage. It's from 2014.
Oh, nice.
He's like, so the guy's yelling at him. He's like, admit it. You took the money. He's like, stop yelling at me. And then he's like, no, you just say you took the money. And then he says,
Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat and you scroungy little bastard.
so he gets up out of the chair and he's like, fuck you. Fuck you. And the guy's like, hit the gym as he's walking out the door.
That's Arnold after being a governor.
Yeah.
Never even heard of that movie.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a straight to DVD. Yeah.
Good soundbite though.
Yeah, right, isn't it? I actually give credit to Polsky for that. When he sent us a clip, I'm like, oh, I gotta put that on. It makes no sense to anything, but we actually made it fit.
Yeah,
made it fit a little bit.
Yeah, Sean will make it work.
I make it works.
So
I makes it works.
Sean,
Yes.
well done.
Thanks, man. You know what I do when I get a clip?
Hey, Carl, think about the future.
I do, and I think about the future. And I go, that's gonna work on this show. See how I made that work, right? Like that?
Yeah,
I just made it. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, good.
Sean having a fire 2 hours before the show. It's not what love. We go on the show now. He talks shit.
Yes.
He talks shit.
Polsky said that the movie Sabotage is number 5,000 on Popcorn. All right.
All right. So no, I mean,
So hold on. So we do have to move on. We're
well, I mean, I've been trying to make a fucking point about the Sixers for an hour, and then we got off on a tangent about Nick Foles.
Fuck you, I'm trying to help you,
And he
motherfucker.
said
trying to make a
16
point.
times how good the beer is.
That's a good beer.
17.
How many times have I said I don't like stout beer?
yeah,
Yes.
it's good.
That is a good beer.
All right.
I taste it.
All right, so we're on 18, 19. Do I hear 20?
We're 16 for 19,
Yeah.
Mike. Just like
Now, have you
Mr.
ever had-
Carter's bets.
And the Hershey Highway, that's what I taste.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so maybe you should stick a finger up there once in a while. How's
But
that sound?
I gave you one that actually had Hershey chocolate last week, and you thought it tasted like shit.
You didn't like it?
No,
Yeah. And then you like ripped us, and
The lager Hershey
no, you said it
chocolate
was
beer?
shit beer, and like, what the fuck? Why would you even bring
said
this?
it was shit beer.
You did say it was shit beer.
No,
I think that's exactly
no,
what your words are.
no,
If you play it
someone
back, it
said-
was shit beer.
I said beer is good. Sean said not this one. It tastes
No,
like-
that was the other. No, that wasn't last. Was that
No, that
last
was-
week at his place?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was.
Oh, because your beer smelled like feet. It tastes like feet. That was disgusting.
Yeah, but your glass was empty.
Well, I'm gonna drink it.
You're not gonna waste beer.
It's like, you take the fat girl.
But I was
and you're
talking
like,
about the-
I'm gonna fuck it, like all over your fat ass and wrinkly titties, and then I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna regret my life the next day. That's how I
I
felt.
don't care. You're leaving a yeast infection on me.
And what did you say? And the next day when you came downstairs, what did you say? It smells like your fucking feet in a
No,
nightclub.
The old lady comes downstairs the next day. She's like, I said, what's the matter? She said, it smells like a nightclub and feet down here.
I mean, it did. The beer is fucking nasty.
So anyway,
All right, so
Tobias Harris, Furkan Korkmaz sucks. Tobias Harris
All right,
is like
just cut me
awful.
off. I'm having a cigarette.
All right.
while we're talking about Sixers, Joe Ruffino, follow him on Twitter. By the way, I don't know. I gotta apologize,
I
Joe.
think the Flyers win.
Joe, I gotta apologize.
eventually.
I don't know what your handle is now because you changed. It used to be he actually was Ruin Amaro Jr. For the
Nice.
longest time.
Hey,
If I
also-
fucked it up, I'm sorry. But for the longest time, that was his handle. I don't know what it is now. Let us know.
I'll say
He wants to
this.
know what's the first to happen.
That's a good stout beer.
Wayne Simmons. Jesus Christ. Ben Simmons gets traded or the Flyers, because I see
Good
Flyers.
stout beer.
Ben Simmons gets traded or Flyers win. What happens first?
I think the Flyers win.
Do you
I don't
think
know.
that happens first?
I don't know if Ben Simmons gets traded that quickly.
Really?
No. I mean, it's going to be after the December 15th trade deadline, and it's probably going to take a little.
Why do
time
you
to
think? Why
negotiate.
you said that earlier? Why do you think that?
Because December 15th is the day that all of the free agent signings become available to trade.
Mm-hmm.
So that opens up like another like 20% of the players.
Mm-hmm.
And all these guys that are like salary fillers and all kinds of like weird, players that you could fill in and get 3-team trades. Like that's
Mhm.
been like the date that they've talked about. Like that's going to open a lot up. So
All right. I don't know about that. Man, it's such a shame that we feel that way about the Flyers that I don't even know how to answer that. That's the state we're in right now.
you don't think that they win the rest of this month?
No, they will. They will. They haven't won in regulation since November 3rd.
That's crazy.
November
Ouch.
3rd. Yeah.
In regulation?
In regulation, they haven't won since November 3rd.
Wow, that's like
Yeah. That's over a
Oof.
month.
Yeah,
If my math is correct. Yeah.
a month and a week.
Yeah. That's math geniuses by us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Flyers win too, but I will also say before we close out the Sixers segment here, because I gotta be honest with you, they just make me sick right now. I agree with you, Mike. We talked about it. They just don't have enough. There's something lacking here. They need something.
But is
I
it
think
just Ben Simmons that they're like? Because
no.
Yeah,
It's just
but is that the only difference?
they didn't do enough. Tell me he left.
Nah, he didn't leave.
I don't know. I don't know, man, because I'm telling you, like they did not do enough in the offseason. They got a backup center again.
And George's Nang or whatever.
Who
started out well.
He's actually been all right.
You're banking on you're banking on Thibault taking another step up. You're banking on Maxey taking a step up. You're banking on Tobias. But
Tobias, I mean Tobias had an up and down season, regular season last year, and he came up in the playoffs last year, and started shows. When Doc came here, he started to show a little bit of what he had with the Clippers,
right,
which was nice. But he's still, like I said earlier in the show, he's inconsistent.
Yeah, but I'm still saying though, what the only difference between this team and last year's team that was first overall is Ben Simmons. They miss Ben Simmons enough to where you see them not being able to close out a lot of games. Mm-hmm. He's defensively, they're a freaking mess right now. Defensively, Thibault isn't what he is because Ben Simmons was the guy that was guarding. Like now they're having Thibault, and Thibault's not as effective as the defensive man.
Mm-hmm.
Thibault's much more better as a willing, kind of free-spirited, guard the second guy, gamble, knowing that you got Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid to bail you out. Now you only have Joel Embiid to bail. There's just a lot that goes on without Ben Simmons. And I don't know. I mean, even if you were to get an offensive player, you'd score a lot more maybe, but that's not going to help your defense. It's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I'm starting to, and it wasn't until this week, because last week everybody was coming back from, all the illnesses and stuff. It wasn't until this week that they had a full roster and were playing with the full roster that I thought, man, if they can't beat Charlotte with like their two best players, or they're struggling against them and then getting destroyed by Utah, this team's not. Mm-hmm. This team's not the team from last year.
No. I'm going to say they took it down, and I said it before the show. Before the season, I was afraid that this team was going to take a huge back step. They're not going to be a number 1 seed this year. They're not going to be a number 3 or 4 seed this year. They're going to sneak into the playoffs this year. They're going to be a 6 seed this year. I don't mean to say sneak. They're going to be a 6 seed this year.
Well, 7 seed, they're in a play-in tournament.
They might be. They're just not that good this year.
Not as they're constructed. I mean,
now enter the trade.
But is the only difference, Ben? Like, are you saying they're that much
No,
better with
I think not having another player that can be productive is the problem. I think if they make trade for Ben,
but if they had Ben, where do you think they'd be?
They'd be a couple games over 500. I think they'd be a little bit better.
I mean, I think they'd be considerably better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that. Like, I don't think.
I'm just thinking about the close games, right? Because you think about the scoring that Maxey's giving you early on. Ben's not doing that. But Maxey hasn't been available the last few games.
No, I mean, he was available. The difference is Maxey scores, but Maxey doesn't. Maxey probably scores maybe 4 points more than Simmons does per game. But Simmons gets you 8 more rebounds, or like 6 more rebounds, and like 4 or 5 more assists. Simmons starts fast breaks. The hockey assist that Simmons gets because he's penetrating and drawing in defenses and passes out, and then that second pass. Maxey's not scaring anybody to do that.
No, he's not. Well, what I was getting to, and then we'll have to move on. There was a story that came out that the Sixers are getting hot.
They're
The trade talks are
the
getting
hot
hot. I should
stove
say.
or whatever. Yeah.
I'm going to say this. It seems like the Pacers are the team that are most willing to give up some players. I think I'm calling it right now, and maybe I'm wrong. I think Sabonis
And we
or
texted about this.
Levert, but I think it's gonna be Sabonis. I think Sabonis comes to the Sixers.
I understand that, but isn't Sabonis Tobias Harris?
No, I think he's better than Tobias Harris. Why do you think Sabonis has
20 points a game.
Yeah, his last 3 years, I mean, he's averaging like 18 or 19 points a game.
What is Harris
12 rebounds. He's averaging double a game. I'll look at what Harris is averaging this year.
But they play a similar position. So what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do with Harris? You're going to have him as a 3 and then kind of have Danny Green come off the bench? Like, can they both play the same? Like, are they similar enough to where they can't play the same?
At this point, doesn't matter. You got to do something.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. You got to. Yeah, you do. You got to add positive player.
Yeah. So this year, yeah, you're right, Mike. This year he's averaging 19, but he's only eight rebounds a game, where Sabonis is averaging 13.
Right.
You said 13.
13.
But I mean,
Sabonis is averaging.
I just don't know if Sabonis is the piece you need. Sabonis is a 4, right? I guess. And so you're going to move Harris to the 3, and are they? I guess Harris is more of a 3-point shooter than Sabonis. Is Sabonis an inside player? Like what?
I mean, me personally, get this cocksucker off your roster.
Yeah, we know, but like you can't just get them off just to get them off.
I mean,
we said that they're.
Wait, what was that, Mike?
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
You can't just get them off to get them off. Yeah.
What about Levert? Levert's a short shooting guard.
Levert makes a little bit more sense.
14 points a game. Everything else is pretty low, though. I mean, he's not really giving you much else. I mean,
but he's kind of like a Seth Curry type, isn't he? Like, is he a phenomenal defensive player? I mean, they're all playing on the Pacers, and the Pacers suck. There's a reason that the Pacers suck.
Yeah,
but
they're willing to give up these guys, though.
Well, they're willing to give them up because there's 3 or 4 guys that suck, or 3 like there's 3 or 4 guys that are. Playing on a sucky team.
Trade 2 of them then. Trade them both. Trade fucking, get them both.
Do you think Levert and Simmons for Levert?
For Simmons and a pick? Does that do it? I don't know.
Maybe, but I mean, does that improve the Sixers? Does that make them a championship contender?
It improves them because Simmons isn't on the court.
But does that make them a championship contender?
You're getting a cancer off your roster.
He's not a cancer.
He is a cancer.
He is a cancer. You don't think he's affecting the team at all?
He is.
I think he is. It's a distraction, dude.
I don't know.
I think it's a distraction.
I don't know. I agree with Morey. I'm not trading him unless I.
No, I agree with Morey too. No, I agree too.
No,
but what
Morey's do what you can to improve your team.
But what Morey's looking for is a top 25 player.
What do you like, Gary? You don't watch basketball, but what are you doing to improve your team? Are you going from the 7th seed to the 3 seed and getting bounced in the second round again?
All right, where are you going from the 7 to the 3?
So what?
Is that not an improvement?
No, I don't give a shit about 7 to 3.
I'll just ask this:
got bounced in the first round or second round.
It's never enough of a distraction.
Simmons is a cancer.
I'll ask this though: even if Simmons is on the team, what are the Sixers?
They're the 7th seed. They get bounced in the first round.
Oh,
so so it is an improvement to trade.
So
right?
it is an improvement. They get to be the 3rd seed and they get bounced in the second round. Congratulations!
So
they're the same fucking team that they were 2 years ago.
So they wrote right, and they're the same team as last year.
You got this bullshit.
So there's a bigger problem here.
So what?
So there's a bigger problem
That's not
here.
so what?
So what?
They didn't construct this So they didn't construct this team well enough, right? Tobias isn't a championship caliber player.
Right. So you're where you're at. So get this nonsense.
No, if you get the nonsense, Gary, listen.
Shut
the fuck up and listen.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I don't want to shut the fuck up.
If you get
Shut the fuck up.
If you get a high enough caliber player, you become a championship team. You go from 7th to a championship caliber team, or you go from 7th to the 3rd seat, and
Listen,
it's like,
listen,
who
listen.
gives a shit?
Listen, Mike. Ben
Okay,
Simmons.
educate me,
Wait a
please.
minute.
Educate me.
Listen,
Okay, I'm listening.
Ben Simmons' trade value has been overvaluated.
Right.
So get where you can.
You're not. You can do better than you can. So hold on. So
No,
more did
the
say.
more this goes on.
Nobody wants him to stay. Nobody wants him to stay, huh?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You want? No. Nobody wants.
Oh.
No. You don't want him to stay here.
That's not what I'm saying.
No. That's what Mr.
assessment.
Carter said. He said nobody wants.
Well, he
Ben
can't
Simmons
hear
to
Mr.
stay.
Carter because he doesn't have his damn
Oh,
headphones
you don't have your
on.
headphones on. You can't hear what he's saying.
But it don't matter as long as
Gary
I'm talking
doesn't have
to
his
the mic.
headphones on.
Yeah, but you can't hear Seth.
He just said. Forget.
Or,
It.
SG Carter. Apologies.
It's all good, Mike.
God damn it.
What
He
do you
said
mean,
nobody.
God damn it.
Nobody wants Simmons to stay, and you said, "Yeah."
No, nobody wants him here.
No. So
But there's no
More-
sense
more-
in
more
making a
is-
trade.
why
to-
are you trying to talk to him about this?
What do you mean? Are you going to trash me now?
No, you. Yeah.
Yeah, because
No, you're not.
no, because you're a fucking troll, and you do this every time we talk about Ben
Now go home
Simmons.
and get your fucking shine box.
And you're laughing because you know it's true.
You
Hey,
know, girl,
wait.
you know it's true.
Ooh, 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 baby, I love you.
And your fucking brother's not here, so you're picking on me instead.
Yeah, come.
Well, hey, Damian Lillard has said, I'd love to play with Ben Simmons.
Yeah, there in Portland.
Right.
Portland already said they're not trading him.
What player has said, I'd love to play with fucking Joel Embiid? Not one.
Oh boy.
Not
Box of can of worms. Gary just opened. Gary just opened up.
You know what?
can
You're
of
right,
worms.
Gary.
Yep. Yeah.
No one's ever said it.
Nope.
No one's ever said
No.
it.
Everybody hates Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid's the problem.
No, I didn't say.
He was a runner-up to MVP last year, but nobody wants him on his team.
I mean,
Yeah, tell me more about basketball, Gary.
I love chocolate. I mean, I'm just saying.
All right, we're gonna do while
got
you're.
a
Still
cancer.
not getting a chocolate beer.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna move on.
There's a cancer on the Sixers. Simmons.
Right.
I just want you guys to know that
Guys have said they want to play with him, and nobody has said they want to play with Embiid.
Right. Yeah. Nobody wants to play with the second best player in basketball.
no, nobody.
Maybe he's like the fifth best player. But I'm sorry.
Speaking of Gary's takes, we put a microphone.
Am I
up.
wrong?
We put a microphone.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
We put a microphone up, and Gary.
Wait, you don't
I'm
get to
not fucking wrong.
you don't get to ask a goddamn question and then argue with the answer.
Yeah,
Don't ask the question if you're going to argue with the answer. You're like my fucking 6-year-old.
Okay. I'm sorry.
yeah. So speaking of this, Gary, we put a microphone up in Gary's place. So Gary started screaming at his old lady. He goes, "Hey, come here and look at my clock." And his old lady walked in and she found him naked with a heart on. She goes, "That's no clock." He said, "It will be when you put two hands and a face on it."
There you go.
Wow, Sean, I thought you loved me.
What are you talking about? He's talking about trying to get you blown.
No,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, he's not. He's trashing me.
That was like literally not him trashing you.
I literally gave you a compliment.
Thank you, brother.
Now,
It was like right up your alley. This is like exactly something that you would have been like appreciative of.
all right, while you were drunk,
I am not drunk.
we all
man. You trying to make me drunk?
It's time to
I'm
catch
not
up on
drunk
some
enough.
things you may have missed
Do you think a six-pack is acceptable?
while you were drunk.
I'm drunk and I love cats. What more do you need to know?
Big Ben might be done. Big Ben Roethlisberger apparently told his team that he will not be a Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback next year.
No, no, it's not that he said he would not be a Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback next year. He said he's retiring from the NFL next season.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
Nope.
Yes,
He said he
did.
will not be quarterbacking the Pittsburgh Steelers next year. That's what he said. He would legitimately be the top free agent on the market if he continues to play. Now,
I mean,
I took that the same way you did, Gary. I
He
took
would be
that
a top
as
free agent on the market.
he will be the top free agent quarterback.
Is that what he said?
No, he will be the top free agent quarterback on the market next year. When you look at the contracts
now
next
you
year.
got now
Yes.
you got this matzo
There's
cocksucker Howie Roseman.
There's nobody.
How much can he bring to his next team?
You're right, Seth, but that's not the way the Eagles look at it.
He's
If this what happens, are you not surprised if Howie Roseman brings him in for an interview?
I wouldn't be.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be.
No.
Would that be the worst move?
No. Now, Big Ben, I think is trash. I think he's trash, but he could be like instead of a
replace.
You go ahead.
Replace Flacco with Roethlisberger. Why
no,
not?
He's gonna be starting.
No.
Yeah, if you bring him in, he's starting. Does he start over Hurts?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think he does. And does he actually do anything for you?
Who knows? Who knows?
I don't think he's a championship caliber quarterback.
I'll say this, man. Ben Roethlisberger, he's a grade, maybe a grade and a half above Jalen Hurts.
Have you seen Ben play the last couple of years?
It's Ben Roethlisberger.
He's
30. He's going to be 40.
But he's 38 years old. But he's playing behind a much better offensive line than what he has in Pittsburgh.
Right.
He can have more time. He got more time. You know, he still can throw the ball a little bit.
And
he's very accurate.
Yeah.
Is he not a more accurate passer than Minshew?
Okay.
Right. And Minshew is a better accurate passer than Jalen Hurts.
Is Minshew better than Jalen Hurts?
No, I didn't say that.
You said
I said
accurate.
he's a better passer.
Yes. Okay.
Dave Peterson just said LOL, LOL, LOL. Like, he's just, yeah,
all right.
We went in a completely different direction here.
So we're at the Eagles, right?
Okay.
Are we at the Eagles?
Huh?
So wait a second.
No, we're while you were
Weren't
drunk.
you the one that said something about like Howie Roseman? You know, this is something that Howie Roseman would do, but now you're trying to defend it like it was a good move. Like I don't know where you're going.
No,
you're all over the place.
No, Mike, hold on.
Okay.
I am not drunk, man.
Yes, you are, Gary.
No, we're in season.
It's the trade deadline's over. You can't make the trade
No,
now.
I'm not talking about that fucking trade. Fuck Big Ben, and his fucking Ben Roethlisberger.
That's what we're talking about.
No.
All right, we're moving on next story.
I didn't even know what this story was
I don't
because it
know.
got off the rails.
I just said he.
Well, what do you mean? What? Well, we're talking about the Eagles, right?
No,
we're talking while you were drunk, and you
We're
mentioned
doing while
something
you were
about
drunk. We're
whether
talking about Big Ben. Bob Dole died this
Yes.
week.
Oh, fuck him too.
I thought he was already dead. I gotta be honest with you.
I thought the same, Sean. Thought he was.
Yeah, I thought he died like years ago.
Well, fuck him. He's dead. If
well,
not, they made a mistake when they buried him.
Yeah, I guess his family's about to find out the hard way.
Fuck them too.
I think they brought him out in public when John McCain died a few years ago.
At least somebody's baking a fucking turkey.
So he's dead. We're gonna move on.
Wow. Okay.
That's our tribute to longtime senator, U.S. president candidate Bob Dole is dead.
I'm Bob Dole.
Now this was kind of
Bob
fucked
Dole.
up. News actually came out late last night, and I saw it this morning.
This is a rough one.
33 years old, and Demaryius Thomas passed away.
Some medical conditions.
That's what they're saying. Yeah, man, it's kind of fucked up.
I don't know what.
I got no words.
Yeah, I mean that's
like I can't make fun. I can't talk shit about this.
This trophy right here that I hold is actually because of Demaryius Thomas.
Like that's
Demaryius Thomas and Peyton Manning helped me win this fantasy. Demaryius Thomas was good like 3-4 years, man. He was one of the go-to receivers.
Yeah, he was a top 3, top 4 type receiver.
You know, and I'll say this.
Shit, I haven't won fantasy in 5 years.
Old cousin, old
fuck.
lady's cousin's daughter, South Carolina.
Oh yeah, yep.
And it's her first year, and she's at a stop sign.
First year, what?
She gets to go, and she moves, and somebody hits her 110 miles an hour. Yo, her car rolled 8 times.
Oh.
8 times down an embankment. 18 years old. Gone.
Yeah, that's a shame, man.
Gone. Say it.
Yep. Yeah, it happened this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Sorry, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Sorry to hear it, man.
110 miles an hour? Holy shit.
Like, and I said to the old lady, how do they determine how fast he was going? And she said to me, Gary, because of the impact damage on the car.
Yeah.
I said, wow, are you fucking kidding me? She's like, no, it's bad. It's bad. And so as she's down in the embankment, car's upside down. Listen, and her head hanging
I
out the
don't-
side of the fucking.
I don't want to hear it.
Like it was bad.
I don't even want to hear it.
And I said, "Wow." I said, "That's pretty." I said, "That's fucked up." She's like, "Yeah." She it's her first year at South Carolina University.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Bad.
Condolences.
Yep. Sorry, man.
Very pretty girl, man.
So while you were drunk, cash was scattered all over a San Diego freeway. Apparently, an armored truck
driving down your freeway.
Somehow
the back of it opened up or something.
Lost a bunch of money, like 5, 10s, 20s, like all over this freeway. It was I think it was S10 or S20 or something like that in San Diego.
So what are you doing?
There was a girl on social media. I saw her videos of that.
Yeah. So were they picking it up and stuff? Were they going nuts over that?
I'm sure they were.
Yeah, it looked like something out of I think the third RoboCop movie. Like everybody had stopped their cars and they were grabbing what they could. Demi Bagby, this very athletic. What's the word I'm looking for? Kleenex wipe. She's the one who had posted the video I saw.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So
yeah, pretty wild.
Is that I guess that money's legit.
Hey, I mean, it's.
can they cancel? Like, can they
Go ahead.
Can they like stop that money from being like? I guess even with the serial number and stuff saying not like they're never gonna. Nobody's gonna know.
No, I mean they fucking lost the money. It's fucking money blown in the wind. What are they gonna do? Right?
Yeah.
You
They're
grab
gonna
it,
know.
pick
They're
it up.
gonna know. They're not gonna know. They're gonna
Like, oh, I'm sorry. Here you go, and give them a 5. Like I found this, and you keep the 20 in your pocket.
Yeah, and I used to work on an armored car for about 8 months back in 2011. Yeah, and the people who picked up money and got caught on social media picking up money, they'll have to be careful as they spend cash in the next few months because it is illegal to not give the money back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just lie.
Well, not only that, but why would you be stupid enough to put that on social media?
Other people, I mean, other users filming them picking up cash is what I'm saying.
So have you guys? So basically, watch that. That might explode on you. That might explode on you.
You're gonna have a 16 ounce after all the beer that you drank, and yeah,
So
well,
have
all
you-
the more reason that you should.
Have any of you guys ever found like a decent amount of money anywhere?
I imagine that the most I ever found was $20.
Really? You found $20?
You've never found $20?
I don't think so.
Really? Shit, I was
Yeah, I never found shit.
I think I was like 7.
I'm not very observant. You know, when I'm in public, I my eyes are. I got blinders on. I'm fucking like I got shit to do.
Well,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Have you ever found any money like somewhere? Like found a wallet, found a credit card, anything like that?
Well, I mean, I'm hitting some pussy and I took a credit card. I took it.
What was his name?
No, that wasn't his name. I got to take that credit card before her husband comes home. Yeah.
Mike? All right.
You don't have to take it. You just take a picture of it and use it later.
No,
You can do that.
No, Seth.
You're like, I fucking hit Giuliano's Deli. Looks like a fucking roast beef sandwich to me. Mr. Carter, what about you?
Yeah, I was trying to think back. There have been 1 or 2 occasions where I found a wallet or amounts of cash on the ground. Never a lot. Surely never more than $100. But it's happened. If I can see who lost it, I'll give it back. That's just the way I roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't giving it back. Fuck that.
Well, how about this? Giving it back. Corpus Christi, Texas. A jury.
Crispy. What's in a fucking?
What?
Town.
What's
It's a town. It's
what's a piece of pizza?
Yeah.
It's crispy.
Dave Peterson said, remember when Joey Coyle found all that cash in the back doors of the armored truck open up in South Philly? I don't know.
Yes.
They made a movie about this.
Oh, no.
I want to say it was called "It Could Happen to You," but it might have been called something different.
See,
So the movie was called It Could Be Something Different, or it could be Happening to You.
Oh, the movie might be called "It Could Happen to You."
I was joking around. You said he could be. Never mind.
Really?
It's a play on words. You said the movie could be called. It could be happen. It could happen to you. It could be called something different.
All right, so
I think it's something different. Is that the name of the movie? Ah!
Dad jokes.
Yeah, right. I thought it was good. What?
No, fuck you.
What are you talking about?
What's the matter? What was the
I
movie?
don't know what he's so.
You saw
angry
that?
about.
You know the story?
So, armored truck comes into your neighborhood.
That's not what we're talking about. Joey Coyle. Talk about Joey Coyle in South Philly.
Joey Coyle. It was an armored truck.
A similar situation to San Diego, apparently.
See?
Yeah, very similar. Yeah.
So, armored truck crashes in front of your house. Oh, let's say this.
Yeah.
$3 million falls out the back of it. What are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing? Someone's coming on. Someone's in my pocket.
Right. Are you calling the police or are you putting it in your pocket?
I'm calling the police.
Some of it's in my pocket. And I'm calling the police and say, oh, some money was.
I ain't calling no fucking police. Fuck the police.
What are you gonna do with $3 million?
I slowly spend it.
But very likely there's GPS trackers in the cash, so you're gonna have to find them and get rid of them like within an hour.
I don't care if
That's what I'm saying. Like there's something,
but fuck the cops.
You just can't spend.
Wait. I'm not spending $3 million. No.
How can
I
you
said keep a
slowly-
little bit and call the cops?
So you're not trying to find a way to spend half of it.
How can you spend 1.5?
You're not spending
million
1.5 in a fucking day.
You're not trying to find a way to keep.
Who are you, Ben Simmons? Spending that blowing that money on a Kardashian? Oh, let me buy you some new tits, hon. Here you go. Hey, hon, let's buy a new fucking Maserati and then take pictures on Instagram with myself on it.
No, it's very difficult.
And there's no open cash on an armored truck, but both the South Philly situation and San Diego, there's something fishy going on,
right?
Because
Peterson just said it right here. Go ahead, Seth.
Yeah, nothing ever truly falls out of an armored truck. The vehicles have just been designed to fail safe or anything to just fall out. And then further than that, money transported on armored trucks is always in sealed plastic bags or some other form of sealed containment. So to say like I'll keep like 10% of the money and give the other 90% back. The problem is that you're going to have to reveal to the authorities that the container was open, and then they know you kept some.
Yeah, it's just like a condom. Like they're designed nothing to ever fall out. Nothing ever falls out of condoms.
Seth, do you remember
Never.
the story, late 80s, early 90s, and the FBI's involved? And these guys, they're robbing banks, right? They end up getting.
I saw a movie about
Yeah,
this.
it was called Heat.
Point blank.
No, that's not. It's
But
not. You're gonna try to make it.
they wore masks of former presidents or a different one.
Nah, dude. No. All right. Never mind.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So Corpus Christi, listen to this story. Corpus Christi in Texas. A jury in Texas has awarded a family of drunk driving victims $301 billion.
What?
301. I had to look 3 times. $301 billion after a man who's overserved at a bar in a Corpus Christi bar in 2017 ended up killing a 59-year-old woman and her 16-year-old granddaughter.
Okay, so
how did they die?
The drunk driver. They overserved the drunk driver. He killed a woman and a granddaughter.
He should have cut her off.
They overserved Joshua Dello Bosque, who ended up driving intoxicated, running a red light, and killing Tamara Kay Kindred and her granddaughter. November 12th, 2017. He was driving 115 miles per hour.
Jesus.
And apparently he was served at least 11 alcoholic drinks, the bar knowing. Basically, he was told, we are going to make an example out of you.
Yes, I understand that, but
301. What fucking bar is worth $301 billion?
The SSCS in this story is the judge and the lawyer for the plaintiff.
Yeah, like look,
what's the point of $301 billion?
To make an example of that bar under.
the owner might as
He
well.
doesn't have that money.
They don't have. There's no way they have that money.
Mark Cuban doesn't have that fucking money.
So your bar.
It's like that self-promoting guy you guys had on a few months ago with the danger of foul balls.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
sorry. Wait,
by the way,
$301 billion.
December 23rd. That's
you don't
in the
think
best
that,
of.
like maybe I don't know, 5 million does the same thing?
$1 million to that dude is probably fuck. $301 billion.
What's the point of $301 billion?
Because people are fucking dead.
What's the difference
Who
between
people?
301 billion and 5 million?
Because you didn't know when to say, "Hey,
You're missing the point.
No, I'm not
Garrett.
missing the point.
Yes, you are, Garrett. 300. Think about the Eagles. The Eagles franchise.
That's not about.
Eagles franchise is worth what? Look it up on Google. As a matter of fact.
No, man. No.
Hey Google. How much is the Eagles football franchise worth? All right. Hold on.
Let me say it this way.
Hold on.
The Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles NFL team is worth $3.8 billion. So
That's
some bar
100 times that.
So some bar in Corpus Christi, Texas is worth $301 billion.
Wait a minute.
There isn't a franchise bar in the world. TGI Friday.
The entire NFL. The
listen.
entire NFL, all
Listen.
the teams combined
Is not worth 300.
are not worth $300 billion.
I understand.
The lawyer for the plaintiff just wants to make a name for themselves. That's all there is to it.
Yes. Yep.
Listen,
Yep.
I understand the price value of what you guys are saying.
Right.
Let me say this, because I'm this is where I've been. I experienced it. You got a 21-year-old kid. You're going in there, they're drinking, and they leave, and they crash because they were not flagged.
No one is arguing about that. No one is arguing that the person that they didn't deserve to be.
Right. So this price amount shuts your bar down. You're not opening back up.
$5 million does that. $5 million does that. What does $300 billion do?
Puts you on the news.
That's what we're saying.
Put you on the news.
How you getting home tonight,
Now
Garrett?
you're in the fucking media.
Okay, so $5 billion you can't shut down, but now you're
But
embarrassed.
$300 billion is going to embarrass you. 300 billion, 0.1, by the way. It's 300
point
point,
one.
yes, 300 billion, 0.1.
All right. I'm just saying, listen to me, guys. You're not it's not your daughter, it's not your daughter, it's not your niece. That's you know what I mean?
I still
I'm not trying to make a big stink here.
no, but what is the difference between 300 billion and 5 million?
There's not.
Well, that's what we're saying. What is it? Is it?
Gary,
Do I feel more validated that my daughter's life was worth 300 billion than 5 million?
There's no price value on your.
Well, apparently 300 billion is, right?
Yeah, you calling Uber tonight?
No, I'm driving because I know what I'm doing.
Even Seth goes, "Ooza."
Listen.
Mike just walked away. Mike literally, look, you can see Mike in the background. He literally just walked away.
You guys not get it.
No. All right, we're gonna move on. Seth Curry.
You know why you don't get it?
Steph Curry. Hold on, stop. No.
Let's not get them confused.
Steph
I know they're
Curry
two separate players.
needs 12 3-pointers to break the all-time 3-point record made against the Sixers tomorrow night on Saturday. Steph Curry has a chance to make 12. If he makes 12 3-pointers, he will break the all-time 3-pointers made against the Sixers to break Ray Allen's record. And Mike, the most intriguing part about that record is
What Ray Allen
did it in how many games?
Just about almost half. Like maybe it's 60% of the games. Less than 60%,
Less than
55%.
half.
Not less
games.
than half. I mean, it was like he had more than half, but I mean, it's like less than 60%. So like he's doing it in like 700 and some or something, and it was like 1,300 or something,
Something close to that.
or 7,000 and some, and 13,000. I don't know, something crazy.
So I got a video I've been trying to play for weeks. This is why you were drunk. This is a couple weeks ago. Our good friend Lenny Dykstra bought a boat.
Check it. Nails coming at you.
I was just trying to show me a guitar.
Oh no, give me a second. All right, ready?
Oh, it's a guitar, man.
So that was the last while you were drunk, or is this?
Check it.
Well,
Nails coming at you.
Here.
Check. I bought a boat.
What happened to that guitar?
I bought. I fucked royalty. I bought my own plane. I won a World Series. I lost a World Series. I've been to the cooler. I've fucking done everything, but haven't bought a boat. So you know what? Fuck, I bought a boat. Here's a boat. Guess what? I'm gonna work my fucking ass off and make this motherfucker shine. Okay, watch this. Watch Nails get fucking down and dirty here. See this?
So he's grabbing a mop.
Huh? Look at this.
He's mopping the deck.
Fucking Nails. I bought a fucking boat. I don't know anything about boats. I just know one thing. I'm more into robes and room service. But you know what? Fuck it. Like I said, I fuck royalty. I fucking hit home runs in the World Series. I fucking been handcuffed. I've kicked somebody's ass. I've had my ass kicked, but never bought a fucking boat. So I got a fucking boat. Check it out, man. You know what? Here's the key. What do we name it? Nails? King Cock? Perfect Cut? Which one? Look at Nails go to fucking work, huh? Huh? That's me. Huh? Nails checking out
I
from
didn't know he had that
Del
much
Rey,
money left.
California. Bunch of fucking
I thought he was in trouble.
weird pussy.
What kind of boat are we talking about? Because I can't see the video.
It's a nice sized boat.
How do you
now,
afford it?
Dude.
Hey, listen, Sean. You're on that boat. Lenny Dykstra comes up to you. He's giving you a shit. Would you fuck him up?
No, I'd be like, oh fuck, it's Lenny Dykstra. Yo, you're my fucking hero, 1993. No, I'm not fucking him up.
Not me. I'm giving him 2 black eyes.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Fuck him.
He's gonna fuck you up.
No, he's
Yeah, I think so. I think he'll
no,
fuck
he's
you up.
not. No, he's not, Seth. You know why? Because I'm grabbing him by his fucking cock and I'm fucking him in his mouth. I'll punch him right in his fucking face.
All right, Sean, what do you got going on?
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm out.
All right,
I'm out.
you leaving?
No.
Oh,
All right. Well, that's why you were drunk, I think.
all right.
I think it's time for it's been a while. It's been a while since we did this. It's a little time for Fuck You Ben. Fuck you, Ben.
Fuck you, Ben.
Fuck you, Ben.
Fuck you, Ben.
Fuck you, Ben.
Fuck you, Ben. Fuck you, Ben.
Fuck you,
Where the
Ben.
fuck you been?
Where the fuck you been?
Take it away, Mike.
To quote Chris Collinsworth, now here's a guy who played for the Flyers with a career you may have forgotten, but a name you never will. Sean's thinking. Do you want me to tell you?
A career you may have forgotten, but a name you never will. All right.
Garth Snow?
Nah.
I'm going to say Keith Primo.
Nah, Keith Primo had a pretty decent career. I wouldn't have forgotten that. How about that Pat Falloon?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Pat Falloon. Hold on. Pat Falloon came from the Sharks in a trade. San Jose Sharks came to the Flyers in a trade, and he was a big part of that Stanley Cup team. Yeah.
Yeah. Born in 1972, Canada played 9 seasons, 91 to 2000. He played for 5 different teams and a season in the Swiss League. He was the first player drafted.
To Switzerland.
Number 2. Yeah, he played in the Switzerland League. First player drafted by the San Jose Sharks. He was the 2nd pick overall.
Wow.
Behind Eric Lindros.
Wow. 91.
Yeah, but what team drafted Eric Lindros?
The Quebec Nordiques.
Yeah.
Right. And what did he say to that?
He didn't want to play for him.
You don't want to play for him. So we traded fucking Mike Ricci and fucking Ryan Hextall and Peter Forsberg.
Peter Forsberg was in that same draft. We'll talk about him in a second.
Yeah.
Did they become Colorado Avalanche?
Yes.
Yes, it did.
All right.
So,
Wow.
So Falloon played 3 seasons for the Flyers.
Falloon.
He was traded with Vinny Prospal for Alexander Day.
Oh, oh my God. To Ottawa.
Yes.
He went to Ottawa, yeah.
Wow, you talk about two scrappy, speedy players, man.
I don't think Jake was a quick guy, man.
Absolutely.
Pat Falloon is a nice winger, man. He was a nice winger.
Oh,
yeah,
wait
yeah.
a
I'm
minute.
sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
So his best year was his rookie year, 59 points. Towards the end of his career, he was known for having a little bit of a conditioning problem.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I mean, Mike's got the fucking list over
Yeah, I don't know. That's what Wikipedia said.
here.
So after the NHL career, he played some in the North Central Hockey League in Canada and helped them win 6 straight league championships. He was basically a big fish in a small pond.
Yeah, he played for George Washington High School. Fucking, you're like, fuck
Yeah.
out of here with that.
Oh, by the way, so he was drafted number 2 overall behind Lindros.
Yeah.
Third pick in that draft that they seriously considered, Scott Niedermeyer.
Oh shit.
Yeah, damn.
Number 6 was Peter Forsberg. Drafted probably by the Flyers in that year, right?
No.
Yes, they did. The Flyers drafted Peter Forsberg, and then they traded him for Eric Lindros.
No, they drafted Eric Lindros.
No, they did not.
The Flyers didn't draft you just said Quebec Nordiques drafted Lindros.
The Flyers drafted Peter Forsberg.
Wasn't that a whole thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Lindros did not want to play for the Nordiques. Bobby Clark wanted Lindros the whole time. Traded Forsberg, Mike Ricci, Ron Hextall, Kevin Dineen, a whole bunch of Dion, like a whole bunch of fucking
I mean,
players.
obviously,
it was like a 7-for-1 trade or something like that. Yeah.
Now, obviously, they didn't know. I mean,
came
they
back.
thought Forsberg was going to be good. They didn't know he was going to
Quebec,
be that good.
Quebec, who then turns into Colorado Avalanche.
And wins a ton of fucking.
Joe Sakic gets drafted. Forsberg and Sakic and fucking Patrick
Roy.
Roy.
win a couple Super Bowls.
Oh, wait, Patrick Wall talk about.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get Gary going.
Always been on the Roy Rogers.
You won a couple of Super Bowls under Roy Rogers, the head coach.
No.
Yeah, they won. Yeah.
Patrick Wall is not an elite goaltender.
What? No, I just said they won a couple. Gary, I just said they won a couple Super Bowls under Roy Rogers.
Super Bowl.
Waiting for it.
And the drinks are kicking in.
Yeah, they did.
No, it's not.
Kicking in?
They won a couple Super
Actually,
Bowls.
Carter, where have you been?
Yeah,
Are they kicking in for you?
yeah. Roy Rogers won a couple fucking cups
They done kicked
as
in
the
over
head
here.
coach for the team. Yeah, a couple cheeseburgers.
Make an asshole out of
A double R bar burger.
Did you say his bacon asshole?
Make an asshole out of me.
Oh, making an asshole. I thought
The
he
double
said,
R bar burger.
I thought he
Wasn't
said
it the
Roy
Roy
Rogers. I thought he said Roy Rogers and his bacon asshole.
I used
That
to
might
be
be
They
my-
an-
did
that
have
might be
good
an
bacon
show.
cheeseburgers at
Roy
Roy
Rogers
Rogers
bacon
back in the day.
Roy Rogers' bacon asshole is the name of the show tonight.
Yeah, so Roy Rogers, bacon R bar burger. It's my old man's favorite.
Bacon asshole. That's the name of the show tonight. All right.
Okay. So anyway, can I finish?
Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish?
That's what she said.
Yep. That is what she said.
So Pat Falloon, what's he doing now, right? Because that's the whole point.
yeah,
of this,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Yep.
He's now a grain farmer in his hometown somewhere in Canada. He grows wheat, soybeans, and flaxseed with his family.
At least ain't Brian Prop. He remembers what happened last
Per an interview in 2020, this seems to be his passion. He gave up on hockey a little bit to
Yeah,
do this.
he seems like he gave up on hockey halfway through his career.
No, that's true too.
Seems like by the time he got drafted, he's like, fuck this sport.
Yeah. And so at the time of the interview in 2020, he had a girlfriend, showed a picture with a couple of
Yeah,
dogs.
that's all I gotta say.
Seems like he's never been married, doesn't have any kids. It's really not affiliated with hockey, so I didn't really realize that it was going to be such a shitty.
Yeah. So Pat Falloon grows flaxseed.
Grows flaxseed.
Lives by
In Canada.
himself
With a
in
girlfriend.
Canada
With a couple dogs.
with
The
dogs.
picture is him.
So he's
him
basically
laying on the grass with his fucking Crocs on.
So he's basically the dude.
He's riding your.
He's
He's
actually awesome.
Sean.
Life could be worse.
You're in South Philly.
He's basically the Mike Lieberthal of Canada. Is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm just living with my 2 dogs. Actually, Lieberthal has a family now. Believe it or not.
Okay. Yeah.
I for a while there, I thought Lieberthal was always saying this.
Fuck with my ass, man. Shit.
For a while there, I wasn't so sure, and it sounds like no, Lieberthal has a family. It sounds
Unless
like
it's
Pat.
up front. I
It
mean-
sounds like Pat Falloon is.
Well, I mean, he has a girlfriend.
A little
There was
bit
a girlfriend.
guy.
Well,
His other
whatever.
girlfriend, Shannon Selby.
But he did
needs
wear-
to be
yeah.
coming day and night.
Oh boy.
Fuck.
We're not getting into that again.
I heard last week's show. Whew.
Yeah, yeah, he sure did.
Yeah, that was one for the ages.
Are we doing picks this week? Football picks.
We can do picks. I got mine. I'm ready.
All right.
Give me a beer.
NFL picks, and then we'll do popcorn and call it a show.
We didn't even talk about. Well, I mean,
I'm
the
looking
Eagles-
up shit. What are you doing? Go get yourself a fucking beer. Get me one too.
How many times I handed you a fucking?
I'm doing a show.
Hand me a beer.
You can't even talking to Mike half the
Hand
time.
Me a beer, you fucking jetbag. Give me a fucking beer.
So,
Your
are we
beer-
not even talking about the
your-
Eagles?
your
Because they
beer-
don't have a
your
game this
beer's
week. We're just
empty
gonna.
too,
The
you
Eagles are off. The Gardner Minshew.
Bye week.
Gardner Minshew played well last week.
Yes.
man.
Yeah, but get out of here with the Mincho mania.
Dude.
Kevin Kaba has beat the Jets too.
The Jetses.
He beat the Jets.
Jetses. Meet the Jetses.
There. No, wait, no, that's Flintstones.
Oh yeah. You're right. You sang along too, though.
Right.
Meet the
Right.
Jetses.
So, you're saying
His boy Elroy.
So you're making an ass.
Le'Veon Bell.
No.
Overpriced free
Their
agent.
dog scout.
Their dog scout. Their dog scout.
Is that his name?
No, but
I
it's
don't know.
great because they have
Who's that?
dogs for scouts. They
I
don't
don't
know
know.
what the fuck they're
Not
looking at.
Rover, but
I don't know.
Astro. Their dog was named Astro.
Oh, Astro.
Yeah.
There you go. Good
That's
pull,
great.
Carter.
That's
Good pull,
great.
SG
I
Carter.
love that. Their dog. No, actually, I love their dog scout because they can't scout a team.
Yeah.
A bunch of dogs.
All right, so Sean, you're hanging in there. You're.
Mormon Wilson.
Are you in third?
I'm still in third place in our. Get off my fucking cord, dude. You can't hear anything. Fuck. It's all fucking. Yeah, I'm in third place in our pick'em winner take all league. Still, I went up a couple of ranks.
there you
I had
go.
a good week last week. I joined at about 2,000. Where you going, Gar? All right.
All right, so you're 4 points. Damn.
I'm 4 games out, dude. But I won last night.
How about
Actually-
them Cowboys took
actually,
second place?
but I gained the game on the second guy, so I'm closer.
Okay, so your first. Oh, so the first place guy had the same as you, this Davenport guy.
Yeah, I
and
took the Vikings.
My
last night.
coworker. How about them Cowboys?
I took the Vikings last week. Yeah.
Yeah,
or
I
last
actually
night.
took. I took. You almost lost that game. Did you watch that game
Yeah,
all
it
the way
was-
through,
Yeah, it was fucking brutal.
dude?
I don't want this fucking slop. No,
That game was fucking wild.
Yeah, the fact
29
that
nothing.
the fact that they almost come back, that would have been a historical win for the Steelers. If they would have come back and won that game. 29-0 at halftime, and they almost won the game.
Yeah, Minnesota's bad.
That sounds like quite a comeback.
Yeah. But they still won. Minnesota still won the game, but barely.
Yeah, I mean, but there was a last minute pass breakup where they clobbered the guy in the end zone and jarred the ball loose. That was the difference in winning the game.
Yep. Final play of the game.
So yeah,
Jetses. Meet the Jetses.
we could call it Jetses beat the Jetses. That would be pretty good too.
Must be like doesn't make any sense. And nobody's
None
listening.
of our shows made any sense.
Yeah.
But nobody's listening like this deep into the show, like 2 hours in, except for excuse me, I get hiccups. People listen, this deep into the show, live.
All right,
Baltimore Browns.
Yeah, I'm going Baltimore. I think this is a revenge game.
I agree.
We got Jacksonville at Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's pretty clear. I don't think we even need to say it.
Jacksonville sucks.
Trevor Lawrence has got a Subway commercial though now. Sunshine.
Yeah.
We got
with those blonde locks.
Mhm.
Fucking Fabio.
Yeah. That's exactly the type of commercial that I expected him to do too.
He's actually.
Sounds,
I like him.
Sounds kind of cheesy to me.
Yeah.
Well,
Subway.
There you go.
Dad joke from the guy with no kids.
There you
That's
go.
good. That's good. Dave Peterson said Ravens 24, Browns 21.
Okay. Yeah, it could be. I think it's a close game.
Raiders, Chiefs.
I think in Kansas City, I'm going the Chiefs.
I'm going the Chiefs as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders won.
I think the Chiefs are going to lay a fucking smackdown on that team. I
hope so, man.
do.
I could use a big week from home.
No, I do. I think they're going to lay a fucking smackdown on the team. I don't know what it is. I do.
Yeah, Jefferson didn't end up killing me last night. It was a bad first quarter and a little bit of a rough first half, and then the second half, he radio silent, missed a couple passes and stuff, so kind of worked out. I was freaking out. So we got the Saints.
Let's go help people customize and save.
Oh, sorry. Yep. Saints. I go the Saints over Jets.
Yeah, I mean the Saints are bad, but the Jets might be the worst team in the league.
Worse than Detroit?
Might be.
Yeah, I think Detroit plays hard, man. The fuck. Yeah, I think Detroit is a hard. If Detroit would have lost every game, for what it's worth, they would have been the best 0-16 team in the league history.
0-17.
They would have been the best 0-17 team in league history. No, the Lions actually they play hard, man. They do.
Not so much against the Eagles, but you know.
Well, no, yes, sure they did.
They played hard against the Eagles.
The first half was a little. I was like, "The fuck is going on here?" They were going down the field on the Eagles.
No, were they? I missed half of that. I was.
Oh yeah, dude. The Eagles' defense looked like dog shit in the first half. They were going. They first of all, they had a kickoff return with 60 yards. They started off the first drive at the 32-yard line. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like
Didn't
this is
they
how
not
this.
score any points or something for a while, or was
No, they scored. No, they missed extra points and shit. Yeah, it was a little sloppy.
You talking about the Jets or
the Jets? Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about Detroit.
Oh,
you said Detroit played hard.
I'm looking at we're talking about the Saints and Jets.
Yes, but then you said, "Oh no, I think Detroit's are."
I'm
better
drunk.
Okay.
I'm drunk.
Christ, I think I'm talking to Gary now.
I'm gonna go out for a cigarette.
Okay. All right, so the next game then. Moving on. Clearly that didn't go well. Dallas at Washington.
I'm playing the real shit now.
I'm thinking Dallas. What are you guys thinking?
It is in Washington. So what do you think, Sean? What do you got from this one?
Washington.
I did too.
I'm taking Washington.
Ooh.
Washington is 27% picked, so we're going with the underdogs on this one. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like Washington's. This is gonna be fired up.
Yeah, doesn't it? Dick hard, Mike.
Yeah.
Gets my dick hard.
There you go.
I'm looking at you as I'm saying that. Gets my dick hard, Mike.
Okay.
Song.
This is a wide world of sports or something?
No, this is the ESPN one.
Okay.
This is what Chris Berman.
Back.
No, back. It's like more than the baseball. All right, so we got
stumbling, fumbling on my dick.
Jets, Jet. Yeah.
I'll do that again, Mike.
Rumble,
Jets. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. That part right there.
Atlanta.
Starving Marvin Jones. Go ahead.
Amari fine dress too.
Atlanta. Yeah, Amari, it's not a tumor. Atlanta takes on Carolina. Both 5 and 7.
I'm actually taking Atlanta.
I'm taking Atlanta too, Mike.
Wow, this is crazy.
Yep.
We got both underdogs.
Run Pickens.
Yeah, I'm taking Atlanta.
We got Seattle.
Oh, actually, Dave Peterson said Atlanta. Dave Peterson said Carolina, 24-20.
Seattle at Houston.
Seattle.
Yeah, no, Seattle. There's Detroit Lions against Denver Broncos in Denver.
Denver.
Giants at the Chargers.
Chargers. Justin Herbert lights them up.
I'm playing against Herbert this week.
This was a tough one. This next one's a tough one.
San Fran at Cincinnati.
Tough game.
I'm taking Cincinnati.
Are you?
Now, I thought about this one, but San Fran's got to travel most of the way across the country.
This was kind of a pick one for me, and I'm going to do it right now. I'm taking the Bengals. That was a really tough one for me. I
What
also
did San Fran do last week? Did they win?
yeah.
No, that's
San Fran
right. They
beat
beat them.
Seattle. I'm playing again. We're just gonna play this song over and over again. Dave Peterson also agrees the Bengals win 27-24.
Okay.
All right, we got the Bills taking on the Bucks. Bucks hosting the Bills.
Yeah, I'm going to Bucks. The Bills are kind of struggling a little bit.
Yeah, they won. Oh no, then they lost last week. After they lost
to New England. See, that's the other thing. They're coming off a Monday night game.
They coming off a Monday night game where New England only passed the ball 3 times and they still couldn't beat them.
That's crazy.
The Buccaneers 31, Bills 17, according to Mr. Dave Peterson.
All right. We got Chicago at Green Bay. Let's move on.
Chicago Bears. The Bears lose.
The
Bears lose. Monday Night Football.
That guy.
Rams at Arizona.
Good game.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. Rams they did recover a little bit last week, but they were struggling before that. I'm taking the Cardinals. I got a
Cardinals too.
I got a tough fantasy decision. I got a couple tough fantasy decisions. Do I start Hopkins? Do I start James Conner? Do I start Mooney?
I do James Conner. James Conner. Who you got? James Conner who? And who else?
Conner, DeAndre Hopkins. James Conner is actually outproduced Hopkins.
Oh yeah. I'm starting James Conner if he's playing.
James Conner's playing.
I'm starting James Conner.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm starting James Conner.
You starting Hopkins or Mooney?
You have a choice between those two?
Yeah.
I want Hopkins. I'm going with Hopkins Monday night.
Okay.
I want Hopkins Monday night, yeah.
I know he still got the hamstring. I worry about it, but okay.
Yeah,
a replay from last week.
That's fine.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
So I think that was it, right?
Yep. Corner Pub Popcorn.
Gary's
2000.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. You got to do it. No, you have to do it.
He'll never be able to get here.
2017 you got.
2017.
I'm doing 2016. 2016, enough of that. 2016, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens.
That's number 10?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 9
Leftover
is
from 2015.
Is that a leftover?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
shit. That's a top 10 that made it from the year before.
Yep.
No shit.
It opened in December, I think. Of
Yes, it
2015.
did. Yeah, you're right. It did. It sure did.
Damn, Seth. Or
Yeah, it
Esther
did.
Carter?
No, it was right around. It was right around Christmas time. It was right before Christmas. Suicide Squad, number 9.
Oh, that was holy shit.
Number 8, Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Okay.
They fucked that up.
Yeah.
Number 7, Zootopia.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the director's cut of it? Of Batman v Superman?
I didn't see Batman vs Superman director's cut. I saw Justice League director's cut though.
Yeah, they're both improvements. Justice League much more so, but even Batman Superman, the director's cut is like, I don't know, 20% better than the theatrical version.
I thought the Justice League That director's cut was way better. Like I thought
miles
that was
ahead.
Yeah, I thought it was way better. I thought it was a shame that they didn't release that version. They said they felt it was too dark. It's
You need
a
help
shame.
there?
No.
Zootopia number 7. My kid loves
Fun
Zootopia.
movie.
He loves Zootopia.
Yeah.
Number 6, Deadpool.
Ah.
Number 5, The Jungle Book, the live action version.
Oh, okay.
Number 4, The Secret Life. Dude, this is how crazy it's getting. We're 2016. I remember when this movie came out because the preview came out. It was System of a Down, the bounce preview. Bounce, pogo, 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 was the theme. Secret Life of Pets. Number 4. Number 3, Captain America:
wow.
Civil War.
Classic.
Mm-hmm. It's a good movie. I actually met the writer of that movie not too long ago. Who also does Ant-Man. He does the Ant-Man.
What was the circumstance of how you met that writer?
So he actually graduated from Germantown Academy, which is in Fort Washington, the area.
Hey, Seth, it's a little dick club.
Little Dick Club. Yeah. I actually met Zach.
Oh, well, that makes sense too.
I met Zach Berman at the same fucking thing too. We had Zach Berman on the show from that same,
Oh,
yeah.
Well, what did you ask him?
And Tyler Kepner, by the way. What? Tyler Kepner was at the.
Don't tell me, Chaz. No.
And Tyler Kepner was at the same. Tyler Kepner was at the same event. Tyler Kepner, who's a New York Post writer, covers the New York Yankees and the Mets and the Phillies, and he's on MLB Network. So we've had him on the show twice, and he's a world-renowned baseball writer. Is Tyler Kepner?
Nick Foles got like a huge guy.
So yeah, Captain America: Civil War. That was the first comic book movie that. Spoiler alert: when they have a 5 versus 5 throwdown. That was the first. Yeah, that was
on the tarmac.
Yeah. That was the first comic book movie after all those years that when I watched it, it was like, oh my god, sensory overload. There are so many characters getting in the middle of this.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Rogue One: A Star Wars Story was number 2.
Movie.
Really?
I don't
know.
I think I did see it.
And that's where I kind of got a little bit off track on Star Wars because it became they started spinning off shit.
Thanks, Mike. Bro.
Oh, good for you.
And I liked
off and I couldn't follow it anymore.
It did get a little crazy. Marvel's getting crazy too.
I liked Rogue One much more than those other Star Wars movies of the modern day.
Don't point at me. Don't point your finger at me. Don't point your finger at me.
I will point my finger at you.
I'm just messing with Gary. Gary's just a mess right now.
I am.
Yep.
I am. I'm tore up.
Gary has a small penis. Number 1 is Finding Dory. That's only.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's 5 years ago.
I don't score much. By the way, you're interested in that?
That's 5 years ago already. All right, number 12 was Fantastic Beasts, and these are honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Number 12 is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The Revenant. Oh, The Revenant. Number 14 was a great movie.
You liked it?
Yeah, I love it.
I did see it. I
talking about bears.
Yeah, dude. Living in the fucking bear, kills the fucking bear. They fall off the cliff and lives in his fucking. Dude, that was a great movie. And Tom Hardy's a cocksucker. That was a great movie, man. Jason Bourne.
That night.
Vaguely remember Jason Bourne.
This is Sean.
Right? Sing.
The Revenant. That knife fight at the end.
Yeah, it was a great movie. One of my
Mike, you didn't say it.
What, The Revenant? Yeah, I seen The Revenant. It was a while ago.
One of my least. I actually saw it.
Only 5 years ago.
I actually went and saw it by myself in the theater.
That knife fight.
Revenant, Gangs in New York, Revenant, Gangs in New York. What was the other one I saw by myself?
Gangs in New York. Man, that's stupid shit. The
What?
Revenant.
Gangs in New York is a fucking great movie.
Gangs in New York is really good.
Stupid. Why is it stupid?
Stupid.
No,
Why was Gangs in New York stupid?
Now, Gangs of Newark is Sopranos again.
Gangs of New York.
Stupid.
With Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes. Stupid.
Why was
Classic.
it stupid?
That don't compare That don't compare it to the Revenant. Don't. Yeah, you know.
I'm just talking about movies I saw by myself in the theater.
That's your fault.
All right, moving on. So what else have we got?
Maybe if you're a better friend, I would have seen it with you.
I'm a phone call away.
I know you 5 years ago.
One of the worst reboots ever. Ghostbusters.
Oh, is that the female one?
It was bad.
That was pretty awful.
Never saw it.
It's pretty bad. Good.
Yeah.
The
You're not missing anything.
The BFG was number 57. The big fucking gook was number 57. It was
Big
the Yao.
Friendly Giant?
No, it was a story about Yao Ming.
Oh, okay. I think I fell asleep watching the Ghost.
Corner Pub Sports, where we go there.
Then number 67 was How to Be Single. That's Gary's movie.
Talk about the BFG.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, that's why I say this.
Big fat
So,
Gary.
number 73.
I stuck my big
73
black Johnson right down his goddamn throat.
Come on, somebody.
Mr. Tarantino.
Django, right?
It was Tarantino. Seth's got it.
Django, was it?
Nope.
Oh, Hateful Eight?
Yes, sir. Hateful Eight was a great.
Was that was the second year, right? That was on. Did that come out the year before?
I think it is.
What's that nigga doing up on the horse?
Yeah. He does. Yeah, he did.
What's that nigga?
He's like looking at. He's like, "Fuck you, talk." He's like looking down. He's like, "Fuck you."
I'm not telling you. Two motherfuckers know each other. I'm telling you.
I know you. I know you. Dude, that was a great movie. That scene right there is. Oh man, that scene is all.
Sam Jackson gets into the sign and how the owner modified the sign over the years.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, that movie is brilliant.
And you hear in the background Django.
That's the wrong movie.
No, I'm talking about that one.
We're talking about Hateful Eight.
No, well, I'm talking about Django Unchained, man. What's that?
All right, moving on.
2012.
Jesus fucking Christ! The nice guy. No, I never saw.
What's that
The
name?
Nice Guys. Oh, that's a good movie. That's a good movie.
I never saw that one.
You'll like it. You should check it out. You'll like it.
Yeah, Nice Guys.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, it's not a show for us. All right, 2017. Go ahead. Let's go. 2017. This is going to be brilliant. I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this. Come on, Gar. I am getting on you.
Oh, all right. Go.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
You got to enter his pin. It's take a while.
You might have to help him, Mike.
No, you don't get it. No.
Okay. You can't even punch your pin in. What do you mean I'm going to help you?
Oh,
All right.
boy.
No, you got to start at number 10. Start at number 10.
You know, it's great because Mr. Carter gets to see this unravel as he listens every week. He's like, what is going on over? Like, what are the facial expressions?
It's
Like,
too big. You
what's
don't know where
Sean
number 10
thinking
is.
during it? This is what I'm thinking. Like, that's what I'm thinking.
All right.
Go ahead, read it.
All right, read number 10.
Don't look at me.
Number 10.
Just read it.
Number 10. The Fate of the Furious.
The Fate of the Furries?
Or is it the Fast and the Furious?
That's what they called the adult version of this movie.
Yeah, the Fate of the Furries.
The Fate of the Furious.
I'll put
The
on a
Fate of the
squirrel
Furious.
costume.
Okay, so
fuck me in the
it's
middle of the
probably
woods.
it's got to be one of the Fast and Furious movies, right?
Right.
Number 9. Logan.
Okay.
That was.
Hold on.
Yeah, that was. Spoiler alert: he dies at the end.
Okay.
Somebody's got to die.
It was actually kind of fucked up ending.
Number 8. Despicable Me.
Despicable Me 3.
That's a racist term. Next one.
I see what you did there, Sean.
Yeah, move on.
Number 7. The Ragnarok.
I'm sorry.
Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok. I'm sorry, Mike. Say it right. Say it again.
Yeah.
Thor
Oh,
Ragnarok.
that's funny.
Thor Ragnarok. That was a great movie. I actually
I'm trying here, man.
what's his face is great in that movie.
Stan Lee?
No, the fucking
Loki? You got
Oh, Jeff Goldblum?
Jeff Goldblum was great in that movie. He was great as the bad guy in that movie.
Okay, so number 6. It.
Oh,
That was-
nice.
That was
It started out so well, but that part 2
really
oof.
long.
Part 2 was
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Part 1 was good.
It was.
Part 1 was good. Part 2 sucked. Part 1 was good.
long though.
They both.
They were both
The whole
long.
fucking movie's 5 hours. The original movie's 5 hours long.
Number 5, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
It was all right.
Number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
The second.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2. All right, it was good.
So you can see that it's all fucking.
Dude, I can't. This is so
superhero.
crazy. Like now we're getting so close to the end here.
Number
What are you gonna do when you hit the end?
one.
Go back to the beginning?
A Wonder Woman, the first Wonder. What was that, Seth?
Ooh. Well, yeah. I was asking when you guys do reach 2021, as you will within a few weeks. What do you do?
Right.
Are you gonna go back to the 60s or something?
No, we're gonna come in each other's. No, we're gonna come in each other's faces.
Number 2, Beauty.
Always.
No, I don't know. No, I honestly don't know what we're gonna
Hold
do next year.
We didn't even talk about Wonder Woman. We're not gonna. We're just gonna pass the fact that we're talking about Gal.
Gal Gadot is she's
Oh
up,
my!
she's up there.
Yeah.
I can't get into details, but I've met her once.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to talk about this offline.
Yeah, saying he went home and it beat his dick.
It's a plan, Mike. It's a plan.
See, he beat his dick.
All right, we'll talk about it.
What was that? Number 3.
Yeah.
So number 2.
Number 2, Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, the live action.
Oh, live action.
What was her name? Kristen Stewart? The fucking did she
No.
play Belle?
No, Emma Watson.
Emma Watson played Belle.
I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
All right, and number 1 of the entire year, Star Wars episode.
Oh, number
Rise of Skywalker, was it called?
Rise of Skywalker. Is that it?
No.
Yeah, that one I don't
Yeah.
think I ever seen.
Yeah.
So, like after
Last Jedi. It was called Last Jedi.
A few.
Or was it? Or did I get that backwards?
All right,
Yeah,
he's
which
got-
one
he's got a
was it?
few- He's got a few.
Yeah, which one? No. What was number 1 though? What was the subtitle? Which one was that?
Star Wars episode fucking
8.
The Last.
The Last Jedi.
Okay.
Yeah, that was number 8. Okay. Rise of Skywalker
Did
is
you
the last
see-
one.
Did you
Names
see?
are so disposable these days.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see him, Sean?
Yeah, I did.
I stopped after 7. Like after they
I
did
like the
spin-off-
I like the last 3. Like people, I'm not as much of a fucking Star Wars geek as everybody, but like I like the last 3. I like the way it ended. I thought it was good.
I just after I thought this 7 was okay, and then after they spun off into other things and tried
No,
to
I
do
didn't
it-
watch any of them.
But I didn't know. Like, did you need to
No.
follow them or
Nope.
Well,
Okay.
and Rogue One is an interesting movie because you could have watched no Star Wars movies ever, and you could watch Rogue One first, and then watch 1977 right after you watch Rogue One, and boom, you're all set up from there.
Yeah, you don't
Alright.
need to watch all the
Okay.
fucking Han Solo and all. What do you got? Honorable mentions, dude.
Can I finish my segment?
Yeah, we're ready. Sorry, Jesus,
Number 12.
so pushy.
Number 12, Dunkirk.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've
I've
seen
heard good things. Never seen it.
I heard that was the one in the sea, right? In the ocean.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, a naval battle with the Germans.
World War II.
Christosian that talks in Jamaican.
Number 15.
Under the sea. Hi, Dunkirk.
That's not funny. Not funny.
I'm sorry, Gary.
The Jamaican Navy.
Under the sea. Oh, you want to go legs and be a woman instead of a mermaid. Go ahead, continue.
Everything's a fucking joke to you.
Everything is a fucking joke to me, isn't it?
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
No,
Jamaicans will give you crabs.
I thought you were
Just
going,
saying.
you're going 15. You just
We're in your
passed it.
Sam Bradford jersey.
Number 17.
No, 17 now.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, I'm Caribbean, not Jamaican, man. I'm Caribbean. I'm sorry. I misunderstood your original joke.
Everything's a fucking joke to this guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, huh? What do you want from me? Why am I talking like I'm? What do you want from me? I'm a
Do
Russian.
this because the audience is
I'm
limited.
a Russian crustacean, huh?
Number 22. War for the Planet of the Apes.
Move on.
Hey, you scraping your knuckles. Also,
Let's move on.
All right.
Dave Pearson said it was The Last Jedi. Last Jedi. Thank you, Dave.
28. 50 Shades Darker.
Yeah, I never saw any of them.
Me either.
I live with porn, so what do I need to see those movies for? You know what I mean?
Number 33.
I get to fuck around with you guys every Friday night. That's enough of a porn for me.
What would we call that?
That's what I call it.
I'm done.
It's a fucking.
All right, so that's
It's a fucking Rocky Road Muddy Sunday.
Fuck you.
all right. So
All
that's
right.
that's that.
Oh,
That's that
all right. Slam in a can.
Oh.
Well,
2.5 hours over.
Yeah, I think I was going to conclude this show of great podcasting.
50 Shades.
50 Shades of Mud Pie. That's what we're calling this show.
We got time for a 1 minute segue.
Yeah, do it.
You know what? I don't know what the fuck I was going to call the show earlier.
SG Carter.
It was something about, hold on, someone's asshole.
Roy Rogers, bacon
Roy
asshole.
Rogers,
something
Mud
like
Pie
that.
asshole. How's it for a show?
All right, so what do you got? What do you got, SG Carter?
Segue. Sean, did you show Gary that picture of gas prices at Melrose in LA?
I did not. I did not get a chance to.
Oh, okay. Well,
I showed him now. He won't be able to read it.
Okay. Well, Gary, I heard you on the show last week. Doing your SSCS, talking about $3.60 for gas. And last night I'm working at the intersection of Melrose and Highland Avenue in LA, and the gas prices I think are like $5.25 a gallon.
Jesus.
And so now down on Melrose, I heard there's this chick, and I've heard she isn't satisfied without a little pain. Do you know anything about that, Gary? Sean, do you know anything about that?
I sure do. I'm working on it. Hold on. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Seth, you're in LA, so you're going to travel all the way up. How long of a drive is it to San Fran?
It's going to be a couple hours. It is going to be a couple hours in the car, but I got this Toyota 4Runner I can sleep in, and I haven't been to San Francisco since 2018. So fuck it, I'm in.
Are you sleeping in your car?
Yeah, and I do, for the record, I do that every month during National Guard drill weekend. So yeah, I'll be sleeping in my car. It's all good.
Seth put that out there. I immediately looked it up, and I got it. There you go. We're gonna play you guys out tonight with a little Pretty Tied Up.
So, Sean,
Yeah. I said New Year. Hold on.
What is TikTok? What are you
I
talking about?
know this chick. She lives down on Melrose.
She ain't satisfied without some pain.
Gas is $5.25 per gallon.
Corner Pub Sports is totally insane.
We'll see you guys next week. SG Carter, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
We will see you guys next week. Corner Pub Sports is out.
Get us out.
See you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you guys next week. The 23rd, best of.